Alrighty, welcome back everybody to our latest severe weather coverage. Hope everybody's having a good afternoon thus far. We are going live as we do have multiple tornado warnings right now across parts of North Dakota and South Dakota. We are currently sitting at 6 different tornado warnings. We currently at least have 2 different tornadoes in progress. Let's go east to west. We're going to begin just east of Bismarck. This is obviously a area that is fairly populated. We are just outside of Bismarck, North Dakota right now. Currently, we are looking at least 2 different tornadoes in progress. One of which is east of Wing, North Dakota. This one has just dropped over the last couple minutes. Look at the velocities couplet right here. That is currently heading to the northwest. It's heading towards Highway 36. It is just to the east of Wing. This is actually where Tornado Pagey is currently located. They are bottom middle of your screen right now. There is a tornado in progress. They are coming up on it right now. That is currently moving to the northwest. There is a debris signature as well. This is going to be approaching Arena and as well as Harriet Lake in North Dakota. You need to be in your safe place immediately if you are in this tornado warning. Additionally, there was another observed tornado just to the south of Wing. You can actually see a little hook here. There's a little bit of an inflow coming in from the south as well. I'm not as confident that this tornado is still on the ground, but there was a tornado with this storm just a couple of minutes ago, according to storm spotters, just to the south of Wing. Tornado Pagey, actually bottom middle, is currently looking at that. We also have another tornado that just dropped moments ago. This is where Aaron J-Jack is currently located. You can see how tight the velocity couplet has been just over the last few minutes. This tornado is just to the east of Baldwin. That is north of Bismarck. Let me go full screen first to Aaron J-Jack. He is currently on this storm. This is a live shot. He was just in an RFD surge a moment ago. It was extremely windy here. I'm going to go back a second and show you the previously what just happened. But it was very windy on this storm. We had an extreme RFD surge with very strong winds, at least around 60 to 80 miles per hour. Does not look as bad right now. If we have a tornado still, it'll be off to his left. So he's currently driving north right now. It would be off to his left if we still have a tornado in progress. We're going to go back to him in a second. This is Tornado Pagey's view. So they're looking south right now near Wing, and the clouds are very low. There's a lot of spin in this environment today, and we definitely could see a tornado drop at any time out of this storm as well. This is all circling around a surface low, which is actually why we have a tornado environment today. We've already at least seen 3 tornadoes, and we actively have obviously 6 tornado warnings right now, 5 of which are just northeast of Bismarck. We also have one in far northern South Dakota right now. I'm going to go back to them in a second. They are having audio issues. Let me go back over to Aaron J-Jack. So this is Aaron J-Jack. He's going directly towards where the tornado would be, and you can see again the RFD is starting to pick up a little bit coming from the south. He's driving west right now towards this storm near Baldwin, South Dakota. So he's going right towards where the tornado would be located. And again, if you look bottom right of your screen, there's still very strong winds coming from the south, which is what we're seeing right now. Coming out of the north, which would be the basically RFD surge kind of wrapping around. That is not nearly as strong, but it is definitely cycling right now. You can see some of the greens coming out of the north. Got the reds, which is coming out of the south. He's having connectivity issues, but he's driving right in the direction of where we would have a tornado. Again, just to the north here of Baldwin. This is a confirmed tornado warning, by the way. So again, if you're in Reagan, just east of Wilton, North Dakota, you need to be in your storm shelter, basement, closet, or bathroom. Get away from windows and get on the lowest floor possible. I do want to point out as well, in far northern South Dakota, we also have a new tornado warning that is west of Eureka. This is a discrete storm that is currently moving to the north, going towards Zeeland. It'll be moving into southern North Dakota here over the next couple of minutes. You need to be in your safe place if you are in this tornado warning. We have a large tornado watch that is currently in effect. It goes for exactly 5 more hours until 9 o'clock Central Time. Includes a large chunk of North Dakota and also northern South Dakota. We also have a severe thunderstorm watch in place. This one is going to be across Nebraska and Kansas. We've even had some storms just outside of Omaha today coming off of an outflow boundary that are currently producing some damaging winds and even some isolated large hail. So severe weather is actually ramping up. This is a rare September setup that we have today. If we go over to the severe weather outlook for today, believe it or not, we do have 3 slight risks of severe weather in place. We got one down near Oklahoma. We have another one in Nebraska and Kansas, and we have yet again another one in North Dakota and also back over in South Dakota. Let me go over to Tornado Pagey. Looks like they have a little bit of a lowering there. Let me refresh this. 1 second to refresh. So it looks like they have some very low clouds right now. This is on a confirmed tornado warning just east of Bismarck. This is near Wing. This was confirmed a few moments ago by weather spotters. You can see the clouds dangling down. Kind of just looks like suspicious, kind of scary looking clouds right now. me go back over to Aaron Jack. He's coming up on the other confirmed tornado, back over to the east of Wilton. And it looks like he's losing connection again, but he is currently going through the RFD surge. This is just to the east of 83. We do have a new tornado in progress. So there is a new tornado down. He's coming up on it right now. You can see bottom right of your screen, that is a tornado debris signature that is located just to the east of Baldwin, North Dakota. That is going to be going towards Highway 36 over the next few minutes. So he is currently about a half a mile to the east of where that tornado is located. This is, again, currently located east of 83. It'll be going up towards Wilton as well, but there is a tornado down with this storm for sure. We do, again, have a tight signature on radar that does indicate that we do have a tornado in progress. I'm going to go back to him in a second. Just back to Tornado Pagey.
I'm glad they're not doing any damage, but, I mean, come on, play it in the field.
Try this. For some reason, the audio is glitchy. There we go. This is back over near Wing, North Dakota. So this is the other storm a little bit further off to the east. Again, both of them are currently labeled as confirmed tornado warnings. This one in particular is for, I believe, Burleigh County, North Dakota. We're back down to 4 tornado warnings, all of which are, again, north and northeast of Bismarck. We also have one in far northern South Dakota. Just looking south from Wing. I do want to point out, this is interesting. So, again, they're looking currently south from Wing, North Dakota. I do want to point out that this is where they're located. You can see their location on the Radar Omega app. There's actually a tornado off to their east right now. That is actually a tornado that is going right over Arena, North Dakota. That's near Highway 36. That is a tornado down, and that is currently west of Tuttle. So that's heading northwest, and it looks like, again, we do have a tornado a little bit further off to their east that'll be heading up towards 14 and then eventually going towards McCluskey. So, again, this is all currently circling around a surface low. We have a lot of vorticity and spin in this environment just to the east of Bismarck, which is why there's currently a more elevated threat right now for tornadoes, and that is why we obviously have 4 tornado warnings actively. All right, this back over to Aaron Jack. He's had some low signal here, but this is a tornado that is down right now. He is very close to it. It'd be just off to his left. You can see the wind picking up. The velocities couplet bottom right of your screen. Aaron is literally within a half mile of this tornado, but there's definitely a tornado down right now, just east of 83, east of Baldwin in North Dakota. Don't see anything as of right now. It could be rain wrapped. Look at reflectivity. It is definitely on the more inflow side of this particular hook.
A new tornado warning has been issued.
We have another tornado warning that has just been issued. This one is going to be in far southern North Dakota. That's going to be west of Ashley. That is a discrete storm that is currently just to the south of Zeeland. Northwest of Eureka, going towards Venturia, just south of Wishek. If you are in this tornado warning, get to your storm shelter, basement, closet, or bathroom. Get away from windows and get on the lowest floor possible. That is currently moving to the north right now. All right, so again, get to your storm shelter, basement, closet, or bathroom if you're in that tornado warning. I'm not sure if Tornado Pagey has something. They were just pointing at something.
Had that good velocity signature.
They may have something from their vantage point. There is a possible tornado crossing Highway 36, bottom right of your screen. I think they might be looking at it, just hard to see. This is back over near Arena where we do have a couplet. Clouds are all very low. It's definitely hard to tell from this perspective. Aaron Jack has a clearing now. And look how low those clouds are. Again, there could easily still be a tornado down.
With this. East and then north instead of west and north.
Could still be a tornado down. Large wall cloud again right now, east of Baldwin, North Dakota. This will be heading up towards Still and Reagan. This is still a confirmed tornado warning.
Not quite as rain wrapped.
Velocities have gotten a little bit broader on this latest scan. You might have advantage of at least possibly some sort of either funnel or tornado from whatever's left of that tornado that we just had. This is at least the 3rd tornado I think this specific storm has produced now in the last 15 to 20 minutes. And you can see the velocities bottom right of your screen. It's heading up towards Reagan. Very suspicious lowering off to the left, though. This is still an observed tornado warning. They just updated it for Burleigh County, North Dakota. This is still a Weather Spotters confirmed tornado. Huge wall cloud right there, just beyond the tree line. you see anything right here off to the left? Again, that is the large wall cloud that he's currently coming up on. Don't see a tornado. There's a large wall cloud. It could be cycling again. This is, again, this storm's already produced 2 different tornadoes. Could try to drop another one. All right, as he comes up on that, we're going to go back to him in a second. Riley has an update. Go ahead, Riley.
Test. Good. All right. Looking at that storm you were talking about that Aaron J-Jack is on, it is attempting to cycle. The lower level rotation is starting to struggle at this moment in time, but the upper levels of the Bezo are starting to get their act back together. Sooner or later, we are going to see that rotation stretch back down to the ground, probably sometime around County Road 36, and that is when it would try to produce a tornado again.
Thank you, Riley, for the update. Let's go to Tornado Pagey. They have very low clouds. It looks like a tornado's trying to drop where they're located near Wing. They have clouds scraping the ground almost right now. Look how low the clouds are. This is on the storm near Wing, North Dakota. This is all within about 1,000 feet of the ground. This is west of Tuttle. Here, Highway 14, we have like multiple discrete cells that are all spinning here between Robinson and Reagan, North Dakota, all northeast of Bismarck.
This is an urgent alert. A tornado is on the ground. Seek shelter immediately.
That might be a tornado right there on the left.
Okay.
Yeah, that's a tornado. We got a tornado down the far left. We just saw it. There is ground contact. So tornado is down and on the ground. We do have a new confirmed tornado warning, which is for this storm near Wing. This is a very large lowering. We do have a tornado down once again near Wing, North Dakota. This is going to be for Burleigh, Sheridan, and Kidder counties. Look at how low those clouds are. These are, again, we are looking at 2 different discrete storms here. And Tornado Pagey and Bryce Shelton are spotting a tornado on the storm that is west of Wing. That is going to be tracking to the northwest. That is definitely a tornado, though, right there on the left. We've seen a few different cone tornadoes already today. This thing could definitely become something a bit bigger here over the next couple minutes. It's just kind of flirting with the ground right now.
Oh, yeah, that's...
Oh, my gosh.
That is spinning. Look how hard that is spinning.
Oh, it is trying so hard. It is not down.
It's going to be right over their head here in a second. Look at that spin. They are within about 1,000 feet of this rotating funnel cloud. And it's about to be, it looks like it's trying to become a tornado. It might have just roped out.
Yeah, look at that.
We've got more rotation developing on the right now. Right over the roadway. This is all happening in September. Not very often that we see tornado setups in September. It does happen sometimes, at least in the Dakotas, but still not super common. Very strong rotation on this storm near Wing in North Dakota.
Dang, look at that. What's that? Look at that.
That's trying to drop a tornado in this open field here near Wing.
Try it again. Okay. Man. Stinker.
All right, we'll go back to them in a second. I do want to bring our attention back to the west, north of Bismarck. We do have this storm west of Reagan that is once again attempting to cycle. This storm has dropped at least 2 tornadoes over the last few minutes. It appears as if it is attempting to drop a new tornado west or just south of Still. This is currently tracking to the northwest. It'll be heading towards Wilton over the next few minutes. So if you are in this pink polygon near Reagan and also near the east side of Wilton, you need to be in your safe place right now. This storm is attempting to drop another tornado. I would assume they're going to issue a new tornado warning in the next couple minutes going in the direction of Wilton. Wilton is going to be next in line for a possible tornado with this storm. It is currently tracking to the northwest. South of Bismarck, we also have a large flash flood warning in effect. This is right along the river from Fort Yates up to Bismarck. We've had some reports of flooding in Bismarck, so if you are currently driving, definitely make sure that you are turning around. Don't drown on the roadways. There is at least some flooding between Bismarck all the way through Fort Yates. We also have a tornado warning just to the southwest of Venturia. This one is really rotating. We have very strong rotation right now with this little discrete storm that is just to the east of Zealand that is tracking to the north and will be coming up towards Highway 11 over the next few minutes, eventually going towards the Wishek area, and Napoleon will eventually be in the path of that storm as well. So that is definitely rotating, and that storm could also try to drop a tornado. We also have a new severe thunderstorm warning for damaging winds around 60 miles per hour in southwestern Minnesota. That's near Pipestone and Laverne. That is heading to the north. That is mostly all outflow winds. That is just going to be a continuation of damaging winds as it continues to move to the north. I do not see much in the way of hail or even a tornado risk there. And we also have some storms that have been going up back over northwest of Omaha, Nebraska, that are currently producing quarter-sized hail and damaging winds up to 60 miles per hour. All of those storms are currently tracking to the north. And then we also have a new severe thunderstorm warning in Nebraska near Gothenburg and Kozad that is also producing 60-mile-per-hour winds and quarter-sized hail. That is west of Lexington. So again, stay away from windows and be on the lowest floor possible. If you are in that severe thunderstorm warning, there are no active tornado warnings anywhere in Nebraska. The tornado threat in Nebraska should stay on the low side of things, but we'll continue to keep a close eye on that. Also, going back over to North Dakota, the latest radar scan showing slightly stronger rotation just to the southeast of Wilton. This is a live shot of the storm near Wing. That's a tornado. Yeah, we got a tornado down again. This is near Wing.
And a funnel out of this one too.
There's a funnel cloud to their right. And then that's so they're looking at two different storms. Northeast of Wing, there's a funnel. That's that. I think there's a tornado off to their left. I briefly saw it. So we have a tornado down northwest of Wing by the looks of it. Again, there's basically one large tornado warning here. That's a large funnel cloud here, just east of 14.
A new tornado warning has been issued.
We have yet again another tornado warning. This one will be back over near Wilton, west of Reagan. As we kind of alluded to just a moment ago, they have issued a new tornado warning. That's going up towards Mercer. If you are in this tornado warning, get to your storm shelter, basement, closet, or bathroom. Get away from windows and get on the lowest floor possible and get to an interior room of your home or building. This is it moving off to the northwest right now. As I've already alluded to, this is all currently wrapping around a surface low, and so there is a lot of vorticity in today's environment, which is allowing for the potential for multiple tornadoes. We've already had 7 or 8 different tornado reports today, and I would only expect that that number will continue to climb for at least the next 1 to 2 hours. If not, it could even go later than that.
But, oh no, it's back down.
There is a large funnel cloud, possible tornado right now near Wing.
They might be competing.
Do you think they're close enough to be competing? Wow, look at that. Look how skinny that is.
That is I believe that is a tornado down.
Can't get ground.
It's at least a funnel cloud 3/4 of the way down.
Oh yeah, that's gotta be down.
That's on the ground. So we have a tornado down near Wing. This is moving north and out. It's going to be moving away from Wing, but that is a tornado down.
Okay. Wow, guys, look at that.
Just counting up all the tornado reports we've had so far today, there is a possibility that we've already had 10 tornadoes, including the ones we've seen on stream. But we now have a tornado down here just south of Goodrich.
I'm gonna report that real quick. Sorry. If I'm wiggling, I can't look at my phone and yeah. Okay. Alright. Oh.
There it is again.
It went back up. I think it did. Oh. It's still funnel though.
So that is still a tornado down right now. Again, this is going to be for the, this is the storm that is northwest of Wing. The one that is directly to the north of Wing, I don't believe is producing a tornado, but there is a funnel cloud.
Because that might be down again, I can't tell.
The camera's really wobbly. We'll go back to them in a second. But again, this is the storm that we're talking about that is currently producing a tornado. You can even see on radar, it doesn't even look like much, but this is, I mean, you can see it is a little pipe here.
Right there. No, that has got to be down. I can see the ground, so. And it's like fully condensed.
That is clearly a tornado. This could be, again, upwards of the 10th or 11th tornado that we've had today, including all the reports that we've had.
It's going back up. But maybe it'll recycle.
About to turn, so I'll have a better view of it here in a second. But again, this is a storm that on radar does not really appear as if it is doing much, but there is a tornado here. There's just so much spin, and it's such a localized area of spin. The radar is actually not picking it up very well. It's a very weak area of rotation. I don't believe this is a strong tornado just based off what we're seeing on radar and also visually, but it is obviously a tornado. Again, seek shelter northwest of Wing. We also have a new area of tightening that is beginning to occur just to the southwest of Still. That is moving towards Wilton, North Dakota right now. That could drop a tornado here in the next minute or two. It's back to Tornado Pagey, again, just west of Reagan. Got a pipe tornado currently in progress, just east of 83.
What would you say? Like, holy freaking crap.
5 miles north.
I believe this is at least the second or third tornado they have seen
I'm
today.
just gonna report it.
We do have a video from the tornado that they saw earlier.
Report, buddy. Is that not good?
Yeah, we do have 5 tornado warnings right now, 4 of which are North Dakota. All 3 of 4 are on your screen right now, north of Bismarck. We also have one in far southern North Dakota, which is over near Venturia, bottom right of your screen. This is a live shot of a tornado again in progress right now, northwest of Wing. Looks like it is in an open field. There have been some damage reports already today from the tornadoes that we've seen earlier. But that is it looks like it's maybe roping out a little bit now. Still on the ground. And the tornado is still down.
Checking these ones too, just in case.
I really think that was the old. And you see the new right there that's rotating.
Yes, yes. I do.
And now there's a huge wall cloud off to the right of where that tornado was. So there could be another tornado trying to drop. Looks like the initial tornado here is just roped out.
For both circulations.
Look
Yeah,
how
that's
low the
tornado
clouds are.
right there.
That's a tornado right there.
Pretty big tornado, big cloud.
That is a big tornado forming. This is near a field
Holy
near Highway 14. Look at that. That is scraping the ground. That is definitely a tornado. This could be a large tornado forming right now. And I mean, again, radar does not really promote much of anything when it comes to a large tornado, but that thing is scraping the ground, rapidly rotating.
watch pop.
Haven't seen anything get picked up yet. It is seriously low. Just north of Wing, northwest of Tuttle. In North Dakota, if you're just tuning in.
We're gonna have to go north here.
Yeah.
That was a serious attempt at trying to be a somewhat large tornado.
We're good.
Yeah.
Oh, look at that.
Because this road ends.
This is like not screwed on properly.
Their camera mount's broken. Look at radar. So they're looking at, there's 2 different, storms here that are basically tornadic. This was the initial one that they were just looking at. This is another one that is definitely rapidly rotating just east of 14. It will be crossing over Highway 14 in a moment. It will eventually go towards McCluskey, Denhoff, and Goodrich. And I do want to point out, if you are up there near McCluskey or Goodrich, I want you to make sure that you are ready to go to your safe place. I would expect that we will get tornado warnings down the road as these storms continue to track to the north. There's really not many signs right now that any of this is slowing down anytime soon. We are at the peak hour right now of tornadic activity. And also, this is a look from Scott Peak. This is a tornado down for sure. Scott Peak has that tornado just south of Goodrich. And that is a
focus.
the minimum of funnel cloud, but likely a tornado right there. Just went out of focus. This is the one that Tornado Pagey was just looking at. Again, just south of Denhoff.
Better? Oh, it's getting strong, guys.
That looks like a large tornado. That is a large tornado right now. For reference, Scott Peak is directly to the north of where this tornado is, so it will actually be tracking kind of in his direction. Tornado Pagey is off to the west of where the tornado is.
Hey, tornado in progress on my stream. It's coming right at me. I'm looking south right at it. It's going to my north. Take a look at the stream.
That is it's hard to tell if that is all touching the ground right now, but that is looking like a relatively large tornado.
Talk to you in a bit.
Okay, bye.
Oh, bye.
This tornado, again, is just east of Highway 14. This is a tornado definitely down for sure. We do not have a debris signature yet, but it is tracking towards Highway 14 north of Wing, North Dakota. That is a huge cone tornado. I wouldn't even... This got downgraded to radar indicated, and it definitely should, at the minimum, currently be observed. If not, I mean, this is... It's hard to tell exactly what's happening on the other side of the hill right there, but this is a large tornado.
Oh my gosh, look at that!
Look at the motion in that thing. We can't tell if any debris is being lifted up, but that is...
Tornado is same size, still a large cone tornado.
It's a large
violent
cone
motion.
right now near 14. Hasn't become a wedge.
Oh no.
No debris signature right now, but it is going over some farmland near 14. I mean, this definitely is looking like it should be upgraded to a PDS tornado warning. We do not have anything in terms of even being observed as of right now in this warning. It is definitely still a tornado down right now. It's going to be coming up on Highway 14. It's getting a little bit closer to him, and again, it is moving toward him. It's not moving away from him. It is moving toward him. Also, that's still down. This is Tornado Page's view. They're on the west side of this storm. They are still looking at very low clouds. What's interesting here is that they're actually looking more at the storm to the west. There's, again, two different discrete cells in this tornado warning. They were looking at the one west. Now they're traveling towards the tornado that is currently large that Scott Peak has. This is back to Scott Peak. You can see the inflow all coming in from the right. That is a large cone that is still down just over the river here north of Wing. We actually did have a water spout, according to Tornado Pagey earlier, on the Missouri River, south of Bismarck, at about 2:40, I believe it was. We'll try to get video of that.
Beautiful. It's
Look
coming right
that.
at me.
That is a sizable tornado. I mean, this has been on the ground for about 5 to 6 minutes now. It has not been upgraded to observed. It is still technically a radar-indicated tornado warning, even though it is definitely on the ground. Yeah, northeast of Bismarck. It'll be heading up towards McCluskey and Goodrich. You need to have your tornado action plan ready to go if you're McCluskey or Goodrich. I know it's NFL Sunday. I know a lot of people are having their Sunday festivities, but this is the time that if you are in these areas, you need to make sure that you are taking this seriously. If you have any friends or family in North Dakota, even South Dakota, make sure that they're staying weather aware. Again, a rare September severe weather setup here across the northern plains that is currently producing tornadoes. We do have a debris signature, by the way, so there is a tornadic debris signature on radar now. East of Highway 14, this is causing damage to some extent. To what extent, we don't really know. We can't see what's being picked up beyond that hill, but this is producing damage just to the east of Highway 14. It's going to be crossing over. It looks like it's actually about to hit a barn or a home near 461st Avenue.
To answer your question, Reese, yes, long-lived tornado still on my stream and on the ground.
This is definitely still a large tornado in progress coming up towards Highway 14.
Yes, but only by 3 miles. You go 2 miles to the east, you're going to start seeing the updraft almost immediately.
Yeah, no, I can see.
Can't tell if it's fully making ground contact anymore.
Racing up 14 right now.
Still have a tornado debris signature on radar.
Northwest, so I should be good coming up 14.
Absolutely correct. It's going to eventually parallel 14 if it keeps going the way it's going.
All right, I do not see a clear ground contact anymore. There could still be a tornado that's just not condensed. But these clouds are still very low hanging, and it is still a discrete storm that is off to the east of our surface low. It's in a primed environment right now.
There we go.
So this tornado may have just lifted before 461st Avenue, but even then, if you are on that avenue, you need to continue to be in your safe place.
A new tornado warning has been issued.
We have just gotten a new tornado warning. This one has been issued back over in North Dakota. That is further down to the south. That's near the Wishek area, south of Napoleon. So if you are in this tornado warning, get to your storm shelter, basement, closet, or bathroom. Get away from windows and get on the lowest floor possible. We do have very strong rotation on this storm, currently located over Highway 11. That is to the west of Venturia. And that will be a tracking up to the north-northwest at approximately 40 miles per hour. That is in Logan, Emmons, and McIntosh counties in North Dakota. Looks like we have a large bowl once again on the storm north of Wing. Looks like a brand new tornado is dropping.
See any cops northbound?
So new tornado attempting to drop here near Highway 14 north of Wing going towards Denhoff. Alright, Scott Peak is repositioning. We'll go back to him in a moment. Tornado Pagey's actually coming up on this now. Let's go over to them. They're very close to where this tornado is. They're coming in from the backside. This is right along Highway 14. The skies are very ominous. The tornado will be just off to their right. There is still a tornado down.
Good. That's a good sign.
There's still a very small TDS signature, so there's still at least some debris that is being wafted up into the atmosphere near Highway 14. That's near 461st Avenue. It's very close to a home/barn.
Holy crap.
Looks like there's a... Is that a rainbow? Got a rainbow.
Crazy rainbow.
Believe it or not, this tornado warning still has not been upgraded to confirmed, and it does expire in 3 minutes. So I would expect we'll get a new tornado warning here in a moment. Shout out to King for the super chat. Appreciate that. Also, thank you, Happy, for becoming a member. Also, huge shout out to Wayne for the $10 super chat. Be safe, North Dakota. And also Brian for the $20 super chat. It's been so long. I missed you. Thanks for keeping us safe as always. No problem at all. It's been a long stretch of really hardly any streams. But, I mean, again, this is a pretty rare 5% tornado risk for the month of September. We do not usually have tornado risks this time of the year. It's not overly common in September. It's usually kind of a quiet period. I want to bring your attention back to radar here. We do have another storm that is attempting to drop a tornado. That's northwest of Reagan. This is tracking up towards Mercer and Turtle Lake. So that is a couplet that is developing on radar. We may have a tornado developing now. If not, there could be a tornado on the ground literally as we speak. That is east of Highway 41. We do not have a TDS as of right now, but there is a very strong area of rotation that is tracking currently to the north-northwest. And again, I do want to reiterate, we've had upwards of a dozen tornadoes today. We've been live for about 4 or 5 of them at this point, and I don't see this slowing down anytime soon. We also have a tornado possible label on a storm west of Drake that's southeast of Minot in North Dakota. That could be dropping a tornado at any moment. Riley has an update. Go ahead, Riley.
Hey Max, yeah, I was just about to talk about that storm to the southeast of Minot. That is going to try to produce a tornado here pretty soon. It does have a lot stronger rotation in its upper levels. Also, another thing of note is a lot of these storms are moving into areas where there's almost nothing in terms of trees, other vegetations, or even buildings. So it will be very hard to see a TDS, even if we do have a strong or violent tornado on the ground with any of these storms, just because there's nothing to be thrown up into the air.
For the update, look, go back to Scott Peak. He has the tornado down right now. It's literally right in front of him. Scott Peak has the tornado literally in front of him here. This back over north of Wing. He's directly next to this tornado. It's kind of skimming the ground. It might be lifting again. If you guys were looking bottom left of your screen, you may have seen it, but there is a tornado that has been down on this storm again for several minutes. It's lifted up and down a few times now. And that's on the ground. Yep, that's a tornado still. Scott Peak still has a tornado just off to the left here of the road. There it goes. It is going over just fields right now near Highway 14. It's crossing Highway 14 right now. A little bit of light debris.
This is an urgent alert. A tornado is on the ground. Seek shelter immediately.
He's right next to it. They have issued a new tornado warning for this storm. It is confirmed. Not PDS, it is confirmed though. This has gone up and down multiple times now. This tornado warning does include McCluskey and Denhoff, and also the west side of Goodrich. Look at that funnel right there. And the tornado is likely going to be... We're probably going to see more vortices hitting the ground again, which means debris is going to be picked up again in just a moment. All right, he is now repositioning. This is Tornado Pagey's view. They're looking at it too. Look at that funnel rotate. It's gonna be tracking right towards the town of Denhoff, North Dakota here over the next few minutes.
I see it throwing up corn.
There's some. All right, so they're saying there's corn debris. We got corn flying around. So some damage to the corn crops here on the west side of Highway 14, about 7 miles to the south of Denhoff. Got more corn flying around. Doesn't look like it's spinning as hard anymore.
Yeah, I see it.
Look at that large bowl right there. All right, so that's the area of interest. We still got a large funnel cloud, and again, this has been making ground contact occasionally. It hasn't been on the ground at all times, but it has been a tornado at times. It's just been kind of going up and down here over the last few minutes.
That is down, but it's not
All right.
condensed.
That's over a lake.
All right, so it is a non-condensed tornado, according to Tornado Pagey. We do have, looks like some, yeah, you can see the ground contact on the bottom of your screen. It's once again picking up some corn crops. It's a little cornado here, south of Denhoff, North Dakota.
It's back over there.
That's almost fully condensed.
No, it's so close.
Oh, is it trying?
This is also Scott Peak's view. He's going right down the road of where this tornado is going over right now. They're both looking at it. Again, you can watch Tornado Pagey inside of the Radar Omega app. You can download it with the top link in the description below. They are currently located just south of Denhoff in North Dakota, where we've had a tornado ongoing for at least 20 minutes now. It's been up and down, but it has been on the ground for approximately 20 to 25 minutes, non-consistently, or non-consecutively, if you will. This will be tracking towards Highway 200 as well.
Ready? Yeah.
This is a discrete storm. We'll be tracking up towards Goodrich as well. You can still see the large, that looks like it's condensing, or it's trying to again. A large funnel cloud, just a pipe.
Right there.
Thank you, Gifts, for the $10 super chat. Also, thank you, Crickets, for the super chat. Thanks, Max Riley and the Chasers, for tremendous work and bringing us storm coverage and videos. No problem at all. Glad we can provide this coverage for you. They have just updated this warning. It is still confirmed. There is obviously a tornado that is non-condensed right there in the middle of your screen. This is currently in a rural area. There's really no homes here. The next main population center will be Denhoff and McCluskey.
It's not fully condensed.
A not fully condensed tornado basically means we have a debris actively being lifted up. We have vortices hitting the ground, which means there is a tornado. We just can't see the funnel essentially making it to the ground fully. It's still producing damage though. This is obviously still a tornado. It's mostly just damaging corn crops.
Wow. Look at that.
Scott Peak, it's about to cross his road. I don't even know what road this is, but yeah, you can actually see it. It looks like it is kind of condensed now. Very thin. There are some power lines here. Wow. Those vortices in the ground. Little drill bit in the field.
Oh my gosh, guys, that was so cool. It got right next. Oh, it's going up
Kind
the.
of like bouncing between being fully condensed and not.
Yeah.
Looks like it missed that farmstead right
Okay,
there.
it's condensed.
Yeah.
It just missed a farm on Highway 14.
It's kind of roping out though, but
Kind of, but not really. It's just doing that wiggle.
This is still about 8 miles to the south of Denhoff, North Dakota.
It's kind of like see-through. You know what I mean?
very see-through. Need a road west, but there ain't one. Until we get up to 200.
We can just find some place to like stop.
Yeah.
Look at that.
Those look like birds. Got birds flying around the tornado.
Oh, nice
just in front of
road.
it.
Nice road.
Look up in there. That's rotating too.
Still a little rope tornado here. We actually have a tight couplet on radar appearing over Highway 14. We haven't really had many tight couplets on this storm, even when it was a large tornado near that river, further down to the south near Wing. It is now a very thin rope tornado. It is a noodle at this point.
Is this Bismarck still?
Yeah, I believe so.
It is still touching the ground. You can see it. I mean, this is literally a noodle. And there are birds next to the tornado. It's just ripping through a cornfield right now. This is thinner than a McDonald's French fry.
Oh, look at it. Look at it.
Yeah. Whoa, look at the CC drop on radar. How in the world is it that definitive? There's actually a pretty clear CC drop on this tornado, despite it looks like now it may have just, oh no, it's still going on the right. I was about to say, like, this is not picking up much of any debris, but there's actually a pretty defined CC drop on radar. It's a little bit over clear air, but
Zoom in on it. Am I pulling wires? See, as you can see right there, is on the ground.
once again, this tornado heading up towards Denhoff. In North Dakota, it is a extremely skinny noodle.
Just a little one. I don't see it anymore. Oh, I see it. It's very, very, very skinny. Skinny, skinny, skinny. Like a teeny tiny little needle. Teeny tiny.
That's still going. Riley has an update. Go ahead, Riley.
Hey, Max, it seems like this may be a satellite tornado. There are actually other storm chasers that are reporting this same storm is producing a very large, damaging wedge tornado. So there are 2 tornadoes with this storm. This is the weaker one that we're seeing on Page's feed. There's another much larger, much stronger one as well.
Alrighty, thank you, Riley, for the update. Apparently, there is a large tornado, which is why that must be why we have a CC drop. I think Scott Peak is coming up to that right now. But apparently there is a wedge tornado, which is what we are currently seeing over Highway 14. That is why we have a debris signature. So what tornado Pagey has been looking at is not the tornado. There's a large wedge right there on the left.
Yes, sir.
So there is a large wedge here that is right along Highway 14. It's just barely to the west. It's barely even away from where Tornado Pagey is, which is crazy. So we actually have 2 different tornadoes. And so again, there's one here off to the left. And Tornado Pagey now has a view of it. That is the large wedge tornado. You can see the motion just beyond the hill there. So they're coming up on a wedge, which is why we have a debris signature. So what we were seeing from them was just a small noodle, which is what we also call a satellite tornado. It's not the main tornado that was associated with this particular storm. A brand new large one is formed.
A new tornado warning has been issued.
That is near Highway 14. We do have a new tornado warning. We'll go back to them in a second. But again, they have a large wedge tornado right off to their left. A new tornado warning that's going to include Mercer, Turtle Lake, just west of McCluskey. So if you are in this tornado warning, you need to get to your storm shelter, basement, closet, or bathroom, away from windows, and get on the lowest floor possible and get to an interior room of your home or building. This is moving off to the north. Right now, rotation's pretty broad on this storm. But again, that could drop a tornado at any time. It already has produced multiple tornadoes. That is currently heading up towards Mercer. But again, this is 100% a strong tornado, and I would expect a PDS tornado warning for this. If you are in Denhoff or McCluskey, you need to be in your storm shelter, basement, closet, or bathroom. This is an extremely dangerous storm right now. Can't fully see the tornado, but there is a large wedge buried back in there right now.
See, yeah, that might be trying to come down again. What do you say?
Nope, it's rain wrap. There it is.
Yeah, right there. There it is. That's a large wedge tornado.
Oh, I just saw, oh, watch these people.
That is a large tornado.
That,
Holy crap.
Yeah.
That is a huge tornado right now near Highway 14. That is a Wedge.
Holy crap, look at
This is a Wedge tornado right now heading towards Denhoff. Look at the vortices.
Look at that.
If you are in Denhoff, if you're in a mobile home, you got to get to a ditch right now. This is an extremely dangerous tornado. This needs to be a PDS tornado warning. That is a Wedge tornado. There are so many vortices. Look at that motion. This is a violent tornado. Oh my goodness. Well, we gotta hope this lifts before it gets to Denhoff. This is a potentially catastrophic tornado heading towards Denhoff if it stays on the ground. There's another tornado off to the right. We got 2 tornadoes. We got a satellite tornado and we got a Wedge. So there's now 2 tornadoes on the ground right now heading towards Denhoff.
Wow. It's hard to see here. We're gonna keep going.
That might be a new tornado that might try to get larger too, but obviously our main mesocyclone, our main area of rotation's off to the left. That's the large Wedge.
That rear one is
There are
strong.
twin tornadoes right now heading towards Denhoff, North Dakota.
This is an emergency alert. A large and strong tornado is on the ground. Seek shelter immediately.
This has been upgraded. It is now a particularly dangerous situation. We have a Wedge tornado in progress heading towards Denhoff, North Dakota. You need to be in your tornado shelter, basement, closet, or bathroom. You need to get underground if you can. If you're in a mobile home, you got to get to a ditch, get into a sturdy structure. This is a huge tornado, again, going towards McCluskey and Denhoff in North Dakota. We got 2 different tornadoes once again. One off to the left, that's the Wedge. We got one also about a mile out in front of it. That's also another little cone tornado that has developed here over the last few minutes.
I can't charge my phone really badly.
They are behind a hill right now. This is that brand new tornado warning. So again, this is the particularly dangerous situation tornado warning here. That does include McCluskey and as well as Denhoff. This is a discrete supercell that is currently moving to the north. It is producing a Wedge tornado at the bottom right of your screen, just to the west of Goodrich. If you're in Goodrich, you're okay. But if you are west of Goodrich, anywhere in this pink polygon, you need to be taking this warning very seriously right now, as we have had a large tornado on the ground for probably about 7 or 8 minutes now. Cannot see it visibly right now, but this is near Denhoff.
Now.
Yeah, that's still
Oh, there it is. They're about to turn, so I'll have a better view here in about 10 seconds.
Worst footage of my entire life.
It's still a large tornado. There are multiple vortices, multiple vortex that are currently hitting the ground. We're gonna have a good view here in a moment. But this is a huge Wedge coming right towards the town of Denhoff in North Dakota.
Oh, it's still down right there.
Population, for reference, is about 500 people. It is still rapidly rotating. We have vortices still hitting the ground. Even though it does not look like a huge wedge that is touching down, there are tons of vortices hitting the ground, which can just be as dangerous as if it was a fully condensed wedge tornado. And it might be trying to condense again. I think it's going to try to condense again here on the west side of Denhoff. This may narrowly miss the town. It is hard to tell. That is a wedge tornado once again.
Observed.
This is once again a PDS tornado. What that means is that this is a particularly dangerous situation. This is the highest level tornado warning that you can possibly get, and this is why. Again, this is a huge tornado. There is no doubt in my mind that we could have major damage here on the west side of Denhoff if this tornado continues. It could even hit the town. It's hard to tell right now. Tornado Pagey, they're barely on the southeast side of Denhoff. It's going to be crossing over Highway 200 in a moment. For reference, Tornado Pagey, they're on 4th Street. There are some farms and some homes that this is approaching. And it's approaching it rapidly. The storm's moving north at 40 miles per hour. Sorry, this is the second highest level tornado warning, not the highest. Correction, did not mean to say that. The highest is a tornado emergency. We do not have that right now. I accidentally said that on another stream recently, too. So they're going down 4th Street right now. The tornado's off to their left. Also, this is Scott Peaks view. You can see the large tornado. This is back over near Highway 14. My goodness, it's just a monster. It's not everything is fully condensed into a full wedge here, but I mean, we have multiple vortices hitting the ground.
This is an emergency alert. A large and strong tornado is on the ground.
This has been upgraded to a confirmed PDS tornado warning. That is why it went off again. Obviously, we already knew it was on the ground, but this is awfully close to a couple of farm homes here. There are so many vortices in there. This is just crazy.
Oh yeah.
So going through the west side of Denhoff. Obviously, if you are tuning in right now from Denhoff, North Dakota, you should already have been in your safe place. Hopefully, if you've not already gotten there, you need to get there now. McCluskey as well, same thing. This tornado might not directly hit you, but unfortunately, it is currently going right over the west side of Denhoff. It is so close to the downtown area. You can see bottom right of your screen all the homes here that are in downtown Denhoff. This is not like a huge city by any means, but there are people that live here. And unfortunately now, this tornado is crossing over 4th Street. It's only about a half a mile from where Tornado Pagey is. It's going over some power lines. I haven't seen any power lines get knocked down, which is kind of a miracle with how strong this tornado has been.
I'm saying it would be like that forever, but...
They are almost in the outskirts right now of the tornado. It is just such a sizable mesocyclone, very sizable area of rotation.
You want me to help you?
This is also Scott Peak's view of this large tornado.
Right with it when it crosses 200 here.
Yes, sir. That rain sucks.
I mean, just look at this thing. That thing is just... This is unbelievable. For this happening in the month of September is already rare enough. We don't usually see stuff like this in September.
Sorry, copy. Go ahead.
It is about to cross right over his road here. I believe Scott Peak is on 200.
Copy. I'm gonna line myself up with you.
My goodness. It's crossing right over the road.
You can go forward a little more.
So many different vortices.
Beautiful, beautiful.
Got some light debris flying across the screen. That's mostly leaves.
Shot.
I haven't seen it directly hit any buildings yet in Denhoff, which is good, but we don't know for sure if anything has been or hasn't been hit. Tornado now is going to be tracking up just to the west of Highway 14, going through more farmland.
That is violent.
As I believe that was Jordan Hall, he just said it's violent, and I would most definitely agree that this is on the cusp of being a violent tornado, if not it is one.
Debris in the air.
There's been some light debris.
We should be able to go north here on this dirt road, Riggs, and it'll kick us west and then north again.
All right, Scott is repositioning. We're gonna go back to him in a second. But again, this is currently located just west of Denhoff. It is currently moving to the northwest. It is, again, a large cone tornado, wedge tornado that is moving off to the northwest. It will long-term be going towards Butte and as well as Drake and Anamoose. So if you're in any of those areas, you need to be ready to go to your safe place. This has been a very active afternoon when it comes to tornadoes. Riley has an update. Go ahead, Riley.
Hey, Mac. So unfortunately, we have had confirmation that this did impact some sort of structures. We've received preliminary reports of a roof being ripped off. There is no reports of injuries. We do not know if there are any occupants in the building at all, but we do know that this has impacted structures.
Alrighty, thank you, Riley, for the update. So again, that is our first of many damage reports that we'll probably be getting here over the next few hours. Tornado Pagey is currently coming right back up on this tornado. They're on the south side now of it. Again, this has been a large wedge tornado here for the last 10-15 minutes. At one point, well before it was even a PDS tornado warning, it was also a large tornado. And that was not warned as a PDS tornado warning. So this is still actively a very concerning situation, especially if you live here in Sheridan County in North Dakota. And train spotters, as we've already seen, have confirmed that there is a large tornado. This could be deadly. Do not be outside. Do not try to film this. It is not worth it. Do not have any visual right now of the tornado, but we should have another visual here in a moment. This is, again, now northwest of Denhoff. It's just northwest of Denhoff. In case you're just tuning in, this is just moments ago from Tornado Pagey and Bryce Shelton. This is, again, a video that they just had. They're also live inside of the Radar Omega app. But you can see, if you did not see this already, this was right before it was a PDS tornado warning. We had a Wedge tornado, and then we also had this right here. This is what we call a satellite tornado. It's basically not, you know, it's a different tornado that is not the main tornado in a supercell. So we essentially had 2 tornadoes, and we actually had one before this too. There was actually a Wedge tornado in a separate rope tornado that we had, which was right before it also got upgraded to PDS. So there's at least been 3 different tornadoes just with this singular supercell, which is, again, just kind of crazy to think about. And again, we're in September. I keep saying that, but this is not something you see very often. And one of the reasons why we have an environment today that is even favorable for tornadoes is because of the amount of wind shear and also a surface-based low pressure system that came over the Rockies. And so we have all this shear that is currently right around this low pressure system. And that is why we have basically a spam of tornado warnings right now across North Dakota. Outside of this, we still have severe weather, even back into Nebraska. We have severe weather back into South Dakota that's ongoing with damaging winds and hail. But obviously, the main concern right now for tornadoes is currently residing across North Dakota. We still have a PDS tornado warning here, which does include the north side of Denhoff that is going up Highway 14 right now. I would fully expect that we will likely continue to see this as a PDS tornado warning. Rotation is still very strong. Tornado Pagey and Bryce Shelton, they're now going up Highway 14. And we will likely have a view of this tornado again. It's going to be off to the left. And for perspective, I'm going to give you the distance that they are currently from this tornado. They're about 2 miles to the east of the tornado. So it'll just be off to their left here. I would have to assume that this is still a tornado down. And yeah, you can see there's just so much motion still back in there. I don't think this is lifted by any means. Velocities are still very strong right now. We think there's still a large tornado buried back in here. There are some farms. No damage, it looks like, to these farms, which is good news. This is right on Highway 14, and keep in mind the tornado did not go over this part of Highway 14 on the north side of Denhoff. It just stayed to the west. It's actually, more than anything right now, going up 7th Street. We do think there's still a large tornado there just beyond that field. Or at least some sort of large tornado. Thank you, Wolves, for the super chat. Southeast Illinois, I think you guys are good today. Thank you, Amy, also for the super chat. Happy to see you live. We've missed you. I sent a pic of the storm on Facebook that came through Denton a couple weeks ago. Sounds good. I'll definitely check it out. Thank you for the super chat.
A new tornado warning has been issued.
Here's a better, more clear view. And again, I do not see anything evident that we still have a tornado, but I do think there is one. It's just we cannot clearly see it. It is likely buried back in there somewhere on 7th Street. It's a little bit further to the west. Could be a little bit rain-wrapped.
Yeah.
We do have a brand new tornado warning that has just been issued. That one is going to be for Logan, Emmons, and McIntosh counties in North Dakota. That'll be back down here to the south near Napoleon and also just to the west of Wishek. This is a very strong area of rotation. Wouldn't be surprised if we have a large tornado developing out of this as well. That is going to go right towards the town of Napoleon, North Dakota, near Westlake and Westlake North and South. So seek shelter. Again, if you are in that tornado warning, that one could easily be a dangerous storm as well, especially with it being a discrete supercell. And there could be a large tornado back in there, and I think there is one. We do not have a clear view right now, but very likely we have a large tornado on 7th Street, just west of Highway 14. All the clouds are still scraping the ground.
I just got the lightning.
I see that at the top. Stay on this road.
That's the edge. I mean, that could be the edge of the tornado. We don't really know for sure, but that could be the edge of the tornado. You can see some slight clearing there, which makes me think that this is probably still a non-condensed tornado. Hey, wake up the super chat.
There's so much grease out.
That looks like a large tornado still. Yeah, I think there's still a large wedge tornado right there. You know, we can't fully verify that, but it looks like it's still definitely touching the ground. You can see the left edge there, it's spinning. So there's definitely still some sort of tornado here. Again, this is still a particularly dangerous situation. Tornado warning. This is coming up on Lincoln Valley, North Dakota in just a moment. They're back behind some hills. They're going to turn, I think, in a few moments. I do want to point out also a little bit further off to the north, we still have an ongoing storm here that is near just north of Drake, North Dakota. That's going to be tracking towards Towner and Highway 2. There is broad rotation on this storm west of Highway 2. I'm not very confident that this is about to drop a tornado, but it could still drop one. It is still rotating. There's some broad rotation that's going to be lifting to the north at about 40 miles per hour. So continue to stay weather aware there. Riley has an update. Go ahead, Riley.
Hey Max, so just an update on basically the progression of the storm. So right now we just saw a very grungy base on that storm and what possibly could have been a tornado. Whether or not it's a tornado, there's still going to be damage associated with that. We do have very low LCLs today, which means our cloud base is very close to the ground. So even if there's not a proper tornado vortex, we are still going to have very, very strong RFD winds associated with that storm, maybe well over 90 miles per hour. So just because there's not a tornado that we can see with our eyes does not mean that there's not going to be tornado-like damage, because we will still have the wind speeds of a tornado, just no proper vortex.
Alrighty, thank you, Riley, for the update. So again, this storm is still actively producing a tornado. This is a much better live shot here of this tornadic supercell. This is still a PDS tornado warning. Does not look fully condensed, but there is still some ground contact there.
I'm not saying it can't grow.
Motion's just unbelievable. That is still making ground contact in the middle of your screen. Still a confirmed tornado. Thank you, Colin, for becoming a member of Wolfie for the super chat. Discrete supercell basically means it's a storm that's basically individualized. So there's no other updrafts. It's just one big updraft. It's one single storm.
It's probably going to shred that group of trees right there.
Yeah.
Semi-discrete would be 2, 3, 4 storms kind of all merged into one, or at least near each other. Linear is just a line of storms in most cases, or a cluster. There's, again, still a tornado down there on the left. We still got a ripping inflow off to the right, too. Look at that inflow rip in from left to right, going in this direction.
Visual on these trees, kinda.
Unbelievable motion.
Oh yeah, look back there. I don't know why this keeps moving.
They have just downgraded this back to radar indicated. The other tornado warning is still technically confirmed.
You got the stream?
Yeah, I do.
Film for just a second.
Thanks.
They are awfully close to this rapidly rotating wall cloud that has had some vortices touching the ground. This could try to become a large tornado again. The motion's just unbelievable.
Dang, this whole thing is the circulation.
The clouds are unbelievably low to the ground. That's why we've had so many tornadoes today. Again, if you have not seen anything with today's event, I think in this stream alone we've had 5 or 6 different tornadoes already. And then outside of that, we also had like 6 or 7 different tornadoes before this.
I mean,
So we've probably had over a dozen tornadoes so far today.
right back there behind
Yeah,
that grove
back
of
in there
trees.
behind the grove of trees. I see
Up there,
the
yeah, you
dust
got more
kicking
ground
up.
contact.
Yeah.
We definitely still have a
I
tornado.
do.
It's not
When
condensed.
I zoom in on here, I see dust kicking up. Yep. Yeah, that's on the ground. I just zoomed. I'm seeing it down. Oh yeah, back in there.
Thank you, Echo, for the $10 super chat. Heading towards Jamestown, North Dakota, which we expect. I think the tornado risk is lower over there, but I'd still be staying weather aware. We still have some discrete cells off to the west that could make their way that direction later on. So still can't rule out something happening over that direction. not see anything. Not nearly as much rotation as we just had a moment ago here north of Denhoff. So we got some rotation, but the rapid rotation that we just had about 5 minutes ago is definitely wound down just a little bit. I also want to point out that this is near a warm frontal boundary, so there's going to be naturally a lot more wind shear in this localized environment, so this may have just gone into some cold air, but you can still see a lot of left to right motion right there. At the minimum, we have an RFD surge coming through. Still some rotation there. It's not nearly as rapid as a moment ago. Still in an open field west of Highway 14 going towards Lincoln Valley, North Dakota.
Alright, we'll go north.
Okay.
You see something that makes you change your mind.
Also, we just had a tornado moments ago, literally within the last, like, 2 minutes, or 3 minutes, no, 5 minutes. This was as of 4:53 p.m., so this is a recent report. This is from Aaron J. Jack. This is near Mercer, North Dakota. So we just had a tornado here near Mercer, North Dakota. This is a storm that is currently tornado warned further to the west. So this just happened moments ago. We're going to be keeping an eye on Aaron J. Jack, but that is a view of the tornado just a few moments ago. So that was a pretty brief tornado. That was back over near Mercer. This is what it looks like on radar. So again, that is the area of rotation. It's not super strong, but it is at least strong enough to the point where we could get another tornado or two. This is going right into the town of Mercer here over the next few minutes. So if you're in Mercer, North Dakota, you need to be in your safe place now. This will also be going towards Turtle Lake and then eventually going towards Highway 41 just south of Butte. We still have a tornado warning also in southern North Dakota with a very strong area of rotation that'll be coming up towards Napoleon, North Dakota here in a few minutes. So if you're in Napoleon, you need to be in your safe place. That's northwest of Wishek. That will be tracking up towards Highway 3, eventually going towards Interstate 94 in the long term. It is a discrete supercell, and as long as it stays discrete and it's before sunset, I don't think it's going to really have any problems, at least producing some level of a threat of a tornado. We also have severe thunderstorm warnings that have been going up in southeastern North Dakota as well. This can be back over to the south of Fargo. That'll be for damaging winds around 60 miles per hour. That is currently moving to the north towards Castleton. We've had some storms go up near Jamestown as well. These are not really rotating, but we are watching for some lightning, some small hail and gusty winds, low chance of a tornado down the road. And then back over in eastern parts of South Dakota, we actually have a tornado possible label near Clear Lake, which is an area that we've covered multiple times this year. We had a big tornado near Gary back in, I believe it was June or July. And right now, we are currently looking at another storm here that is right now producing 60-mile-per-hour damaging winds with a tornado possible tag. We also have some severe weather ongoing back over in eastern Nebraska and western Iowa. Damaging winds are coming into Sioux City here in a few minutes. If you're back over in Sioux City in Iowa, make sure that you're staying away from windows. Damaging winds are likely here over the next few minutes. And then back over in Nebraska, we have an explosion of storms going up across southern and central Nebraska near Broken Bow, Lexington, all the way back into northwestern Kansas. So get ready for at least some damaging wind potential and also some large hail. We even have severe weather back over into the Texas Panhandle. We had a 70-mile-per-hour wind gust near Memphis. Big storm going up there near Wellington. Keep in mind that the tornado threat further down to the south is pretty low. Generally speaking, the main tornado risk will stay north of Oklahoma and Texas. This is our tornado risk for this afternoon. We have a 5% tornado risk that is in place back over in North Dakota and South Dakota, 2% tornado risk that goes back into Kansas. So a few tornadoes are still a possibility here over the next few hours, and we are currently in that 5% tornado environment, which is already where we've seen several tornadoes this afternoon. It's back over to Tornado Pagey. They're on the storm again. That is west of Harvey. This storm has been producing a tornado for quite some time. No longer producing a tornado, but it is still rotating, and the clouds are still insanely low to the ground. Over the last few minutes, the rotation's definitely gone at least somewhat broader. On the bottom right of your screen, not seeing as much of an area of rotation, but clouds are still very low. It is a discrete storm that is tracking up to the west of Highway 14 over the next few minutes. Also, just to the south of Mercer, there is still a strong area of rotation there. That's near Aaron J. Jack. He doesn't have anything yet, but we're going to keep an eye on him. This is a mesoscale discussion that we got a little earlier, but the tornado risk obviously has been the highest essentially in the short term, just to the northeast of Bismarck. This is still an area that we are keeping a very close eye on. Strong tornadoes, not overly likely right now, but they have obviously already happened. We've seen multiple instances of strong tornadoes occur, including the Wedge tornado that we had. Damaging winds up to 70 miles per hour, and then hail to the size of ping pong balls does remain possible here in North Dakota. Large wall cloud right now just off to the north of McCluskey. This will be tracking towards Butte and Drake over the next 30 minutes.
This one still has like a good cover. Obviously, it's not. You have to really tighten it because it's been sliding.
Thank you, Shauna and Jappy, for becoming members. We are currently sitting at 12 severe thunderstorm warnings. Again, those are spread out all across the country, from North Dakota back into Texas. All the tornado warnings are actively in North Dakota. Also, this is Scott Peak's view. He's basically underneath the area of rotation right now on this storm west of Harvey, going up towards Butte and Drake.
Yep.
Underneath the area of rotation. It's literally 100 degrees here in Illinois. We've been talking about that all week. It's gonna go from really cold to really hot for this time of the year. We're right back to the really hot stage. It is starting to rapidly rotate again. This is Tornado Pagey's view. Got more rapid motion now in this open field north of Denhoff. This might be trying to drop another tornado again.
A new tornado warning has been issued.
Brand new tornado warnings, bottom right of your screen. That'll be for Butte, Mercer, and Turtle Lake. Thank you, Angel, for the super chat. I think the severe weather past 8 o'clock in South Dakota is a very low chance. I think most of the severe weather will happen between now and 8. Not a whole lot of a nighttime threat today. Hey, also Christina for the $10 super chat. Traveling across remote desert right now, eating cheese curds, and had to set up my Starlink to tune in. Appreciate you tuning in on your Starlink. And the motion has gotten a little bit more rampant over the last few minutes here near Highway 14. No clear touchdown yet of a tornado. There could legitimately be a tornado at any moment. Thank you, Roxanne, for sharing the stream. Appreciate it. Once again, we do have 4 tornado warnings actively. This is the one that is currently located north of McCluskey. Starting to get into a lot more of the rain now near Lincoln Valley.
This is an urgent alert. A tornado is on the ground. Seek
once
shelter
again have
immediately.
a new confirmed tornado warning. This is on the storm that Tornado Pagey's on. That will be for those near Anamoose and Drake. If you are in this tornado warning, you need to be in your storm shelter, basement, closet, or bathroom. Get away from windows and get on the lowest floor possible. This is currently tracking off to the northwest right now. All right. So again, that is going up towards Drake, Anamoose, just to the west of Martin. New confirmed tornado warning. That'll be eventually going towards Carl Shoe and eventually going up towards Norwich and Towner. With that Wedge tornado we had a few minutes ago, we also now have a large rainbow, a double rainbow. So this is on the confirmed tornado warning right now, but there is a double rainbow.
This thing is about to put down an absolute 10 out of 10 chugger.
Copy, we might need to go back to 14 and then cut it off again over by Anamoose.
This is again on the confirmed tornado warning. I'm going to go back over to radar. This is again that confirmed tornado warning here near Highway 14. It is a discrete storm that is continuing to lift off to the northwest. The storm that is located near Mercer in North Dakota is not rotating nearly as hard as before. There's just broad rotation right now directly over the town of Mercer in North Dakota. So not nearly as concerning now. And then back over near Napoleon in North Dakota, this storm looked like it had a really good chance of producing a tornado. Rotation's gotten a little bit broader over the last few minutes. Keep in mind what we're looking at here on velocities is going to be a little bit higher up into the atmosphere since we're further away from the radar site. So what we're basically looking at is more of cloud rotation. It's a little bit more elevated. Rotation over the last few minutes has gotten at least a little bit broader. It's definitely still trying to produce a tornado, but it's not nearly as organized as before. But if you're in Napoleon, I would continue to stay in that safe place in case it does drop a tornado, because if it does, definitely would not rule it out being a stronger tornado. All right, let's go actually real quickly over to Illinois. We actually do have a severe thunderstorm warning, believe it or not, near Clayton for 60-mile-per-hour damaging winds. You have a large mesoscale discussion that is in place across the Mississippi River Valley here. A lot of storms going up right now. Not expecting much in the way of severe weather, but strong storms are going to be a possibility. Whoa. That is dark. I don't know. Cannot tell if that is a large tornado or not back there, but there is very dark skies here on this tornadic storm. That is looking very ominous. This looks like what it looked like 30 minutes ago when it went right through Denhoff. We cannot tell if that's a wedge or if it's just a really low clouds. I'd have to say it's probably low clouds, but there could be a tornado down there. Once again for Sheridan and McHenry counties in North Dakota. Hey, okay for the 5 gifted memberships. Looks like a large wall cloud. There's a chaser that's a little bit closer to this that is not confirming ground contact right now. So it is a large wall cloud here. West of Highway 14, about 15 miles to the south of Anamoose. Crazy storm here in North Dakota today. It's already dropped several tornadoes. We just got a new mesoscale discussion from the Storm Prediction Center regarding this evolving threat still in North Dakota. They have gone ahead and mentioned that the greatest tornado threat will remain near the surface low, which is located far north of Bismarck near Harvey, just southeast of Minot, and then back over near Jamestown. We are still looking at a potential for an isolated tornado risk. Anywhere in that red outline, that is where a tornado threat will continue for at least a few more hours. So again, you need to continue to stay weather aware and have multiple ways to receive warnings. We still have 3 active tornado warnings, 2 of which are going to be going in the direction of Minot here. Also Drake. Very soon.
Looks like it's about to plant.
We'll have a large wall cloud here south of Drake.
And that's kind of moving now, I know.
There is a west road up here. We need it. We'll stay parallel with it for now.
Surprised the risk isn't a 3 out of 5. I mean, a slight risk I think was warranted today. A 10% tornado risk definitely, in my opinion, could have been in play, but like, I don't think anybody expected to see a spam of tornadoes like we've seen today. We've had an unbelievable amount of storm reports. Go back to them in a second. Look at the map here. All these red circles, all right? All these red circles. Those are all tornado reports today. We've had a slew of tornado reports here. We had a slew of tornado reports there and here. And this is probably collectively at least 12 different tornadoes. At least 12. I mean, again, this started as early as like 1 o'clock today or 12 o'clock near Mobridge in South Dakota. And this storm went on to produce several tornadoes right around the surface low. And then it produced more just east of Bismarck. And then a new storm formed, and that's produced almost a half a dozen tornadoes here just in the last few hours. And I honestly wouldn't be surprised if this storm can maintain itself, which I don't know if it's going to, but if this storm was able to maintain itself, I wouldn't be surprised if that dropped a couple of tornadoes going up towards Steele. Riley has an update. Go ahead, Riley.
Yeah, Max, actually on the topic of interesting storm reports, if you go all the way down to Kansas, about an hour ago, we did have a report of a landspout tornado in Kansas, just to the northeast of Wichita near El Dorado. These are storms that could still produce landspouts. Obviously, the odds of that are relatively low, but there is an environment for funnel clouds and landspouts in the area.
Hey, Riley, for the update. So yeah, this report in particular is regarding a photo taken from northeast El Dorado on the Kansas Turnpike. And you might notice something different, by the way. We open up storm reports on Radar Omega all the time, but they actually just released a new update. They have a brand new UI, and there's a lot of updates coming with Radar Omega. We are obviously using the app today on the stream. You can download it with the top link in the description below. Brand new look to the app, and I mean, again, there's a lot of stuff coming, but this looks like really good. I like the new storm report UI, and there's a lot of other stuff coming as well. Looks like we have a tornado down again. Tornado Pagey has a tornado once again. This is on the storm west of Harvey. Looks like a tornado at least.
I can't tell if it's down or not.
No, I don't think so.
Unknown if it's fully condensed, but there's at least a funnel that's coming down here just south of Drake.
My phone.
Does Radar Omega do Canada as well? They do have Canada radars, yes, and warnings.
Full charge.
There's been a ton of improvements already. I mean, they've been making huge improvements on the app over the last few weeks, and there's a lot more coming.
Wow, look at that. Is it preset? That big white.
On the back?
Yeah.
Still a large hanging wall cloud. Can't fully tell if there's a tornado right now. This has already dropped several tornadoes here over the last couple hours. Who do you think is going to win, the Colts or the Broncos? I literally couldn't even tell you. I'm not even watching the game.
It was pretty far west, but there's not many north options. That road ends, so we have to go this way.
I did watch the Patriots and Dolphins, though. Hey, peace for the $20 super chat. Really appreciate that.
I don't know. That looks pretty darn
I am
good.
locked in. I do not have any games on. I've never watched a game on stream for the record, but I did watch the Patriots earlier. I'm a Patriots fan. That game was crazy, to say the least. Once again, this storm located near Drake, North Dakota right now, near Anamoose. The one near Mercer, that rotation's gotten a lot broader. This is right now the most concerning storm. It's still a large wall cloud. See all the motion still, left to right motion, still very rapid. I'm just getting a chance to look at the scores. I didn't realize that game was so high scoring. I think the Colts are going to pull it out somehow. Be a wild 2-0 start. Thank Nancy for the $20 super chat. Any activity in Iowa? There's been some storms in western Iowa, but nothing beyond just isolated hail and wind. I wouldn't expect a whole lot more. Just some pop-up storms this afternoon. Downburst winds would be the biggest concern. If you look at the top of your screen, you can see the left to right motion right there. And then on the further in, you can see the right to left motion. We got very strong inflow still coming into the storm. It's been a pretty organized and healthy supercell for the last couple hours. Haven't really seen much in the way of ground contact here for the last 15 to 20 minutes. Very brief ground contact, if any. The main rotation right now is north of Lincoln Valley, west Highway 14, tracking towards Drake and Balfour. This thing's still trying. I wouldn't rule out we see another tornado try to drop out of this, but might be losing its structure a little bit here. Season's been fantastic for Oklahoma. You're talking about football, or you're talking about weather? Or both. Not seeing as much motion.
Thank you guys for getting us to
where they're at right now.
23.4K. We really appreciate it. Welcome to all of our new subscribers.
I drive right into the rain.
So we are still on this.
Interestingly enough, if we go back over to radar north of Mercer, we actually may have a tornado on the ground again. North of Mercer, there is a tight couplet, and that is a tornado, I believe. Riley has an update. Go ahead, Riley.
Yeah, Max, there's actually a tornado debris signature with that storm. It is very faint, just popped up in the last scan, but unfortunately, I think that will get a lot deeper over the next few scans.
All right, thank you, Riley, for the update. So yeah, tornado just dropped here. That is over 8th Avenue. That's near Brush Lake, for reference, on the north side of Mercer. So we now have a new tornado in progress. CC drop fairly faint right now. We'll see if it does deepen at all in the next scan, and if it does, it could obviously be producing some damage. But again, if you are in Mercer or anywhere near Mercer, between Mercer and Butte, you need to be in your safe place. That is yet again another tornado that adds on to all the tornadoes that we've had so far today. And again, we've had an unbelievable amount of tornadoes at this point.
This is an urgent alert. A tornado is on the ground. Seek shelter immediately.
So there you go. They have just upgraded that warning. It is now confirmed as a tornado. That is, again, going to be for Sheridan and McLean counties in North Dakota. We do have a faint debris signature and a small little couplet there. That is only about a couple miles to the north of Mercer. We'll measure it a little bit. About 4.5 miles to the northwest or north of Mercer. It's right up 8th Avenue. So again, anywhere in this warning, you need to be in your safe place. This storm has already had a history of producing tornadoes. This entire path of tornado reports are all pretty much from the same storm that is circling our surface low. And for reference today, these are all of the tornado reports that we've had so far today, and just storm reports in general. We've at least had 15 tornado reports, which is crazy. And even one of those, again, was over in Kansas. That was a land spout that happened earlier. We've had 18 wind reports and 7 hail reports. We've almost had more tornado reports than wind reports today. That is just the kind of day that we've had so far today here across the Great Plains. So pretty crazy stuff there. Also, the tornado warning near Napoleon. We still have an area of rotation on the northeast side of Napoleon. We've had no confirmed tornado with this storm. A lot of convection that's starting to merge into that storm, so it may struggle in the long term to actually produce a tornado. But if you are in the Napoleon area, continue to stay in your safe place. That tornado warning will at least continue for the next 6 minutes. Back over to our confirmed tornado near Mercer. There is no update on the CC radar, but we still have a tight couplet. There is still a tornado down. Again, north of Mercer. It's about 4.5 miles north of Mercer. It's actually kind of moving east right now. So it's almost like a drunk NATO. It's actually kind of moving to the east, which is pretty interesting. And then our other storm that has been confirmed at times, no longer confirmed near Anamoose and Drake, does not appear as if it is producing a tornado anymore. So that one does not look as concerning. I believe Tornado Pagey and Bryce may be going back to the west, but we'll see. That storm that is going up towards Drake that produced the Wedge tornado earlier has become a lot less concerning in my opinion. And even the storm east of Minute, this back over near Towner, this one's been broadly rotating for some time now, but has not been tornado warned at any point. It was severe warned earlier. Still broad rotation moving off to the north. That's going up towards Denby. I think that's how you pronounce it, near Towner. So we'll continue to monitor that storm in case it does end up rotating a little bit stronger at some point. But as of right now, it's been kind of chilling. Not too bad of a storm. Just a normal, ordinary storm for the time being. Rotation's been fairly broad on that. Huge shout out to James with the $100 super chat. Put some W's in the chat for James. Really appreciate the generosity. Also, shout out to Shauna with the $20 super chat. There's a rumor going around in Michigan that you don't cover our weather because of the hard place names. That is not true, for the record. I don't think we've really covered Michigan that much this year, though. The weather's been kind of laid back there this year. It hasn't been too bad, so... No, but it has nothing to do with that. And there have been places, even like Iowa this year, that we haven't really covered much, and it's just because the weather hasn't been that active. Like, there's plenty of places across the country that have all been in that same boat. By the way, this is our camera map that we have, our entire camera map program. We're actually starting to add cameras over to Michigan that we can actually use on stream. Some of which are back over here in back over in Lake Michigan. This is back over in the city of Holland. So very pretty view there. We'll have views of storms literally coming over the lake whenever we actually have storms coming from the Midwest. All these circles that you see on your map, those are all different cameras. And then you can see all the cameras across North Dakota that we have, and storm chasers as well. So pretty cool stuff. All in all, there's currently 32,500 cameras that are on this map. And we even have cameras in Canada. I don't know if we'll ever use them, but we do have cameras in Canada. It's back over to Tornado Pagey.
It's totally up to you.
Still looking at very low-hanging clouds.
Okay. Oh, I don't know. You make the choice.
I believe they're now heading south towards the confirmed tornado near Mercer.
Honestly, west.
Okay.
That's just I would say. But
Yeah, this one looks kind of weird.
it doesn't look bad, but the west one looks
Good.
like it has potential.
Yeah, so it sounds like they are repositioning. They're going back to the west near Mercer. That storm has already been producing tornadoes for a while.
Around. Nice. This one just keeps battling.
Back to them in a second. The latest radar scan showing a little bit of a smaller couplet. There could still be a tornado here just north of Mercer. It's in a pretty rural area. I do not see a clear debris signature as of right now, but still trying to produce. That is going to be pretty stationary here for the next few minutes. That'll continue to lift off to the north. I still think our greatest tornado threat is past. I do think we're going to continue to see it probably a few more tornadoes before sunset. But again, the main threat, which I think I alluded to in yesterday's video, if not, it was at least in a post today, would be mainly during the late morning and into the afternoon. The evening threat should be pretty low, but nonetheless, we do obviously still have an active threat here of severe weather, so continue to stay weather aware. This is a video from earlier in the stream. In case you are just tuning in, we've had a very active day here of severe weather. Tornado warning. That's loud. This is a video, though, from earlier. So again, this is not live, but this is from earlier. This is from the Wedge tornado that went through Denhoff, which, again, we have had at least some reports of damage, but no injuries or anything along those lines have been reported from today's tornadoes. We at least had 2 different Wedge tornadoes today. This was one of them, pretty much all associated with the same supercell. And again, you can check out all the photos, videos, and all that stuff over on our social media pages at Max Velocity WX on Facebook and Twitter. Hey, Wazoo for the super chat. I applied to a PhD program. That's awesome. Good luck with that. You know, I had a lot of people ask me before I graduated college. They're like, "Are you gonna go for your PhD?" I'm like, "That's a lot of schooling. I'm not doing that." I'd have been another 4 years basically, so I kind of opted out on that. By the way, this is our risk of severe weather for today. We do have a marginal threat of severe weather in place, even back over in the mid-Mississippi River Valley, back over just west of Nashville as well. Some storms have been going up there. We do have a slight risk also back over in northwestern Oklahoma, northeastern Texas Panhandle. Marginal threat goes all the way down towards Lubbock. And then we have another slight risk back over in southern Nebraska and northwestern Kansas, and then another slight risk over in North Dakota and South Dakota. All this is covered by a marginal threat of severe weather for today. Once again, our tornado threat is mainly located back over in North Dakota, but we do have a 2% tornado risk that does extend into far northern Kansas, where a couple of tornadoes will continue to remain a possibility here over the next few hours. Good news is that when September rolls around and we see severe weather, it's not usually a long-lasting event. We have no risk of severe weather currently for tomorrow. Nonetheless, though, continue to stay weather aware in case we do end up seeing some sort of small risk of severe weather added tomorrow. Don't see anything in the way of tornadoes tomorrow. And then on Tuesday, we have a marginal threat of severe weather right back to Nebraska, northwestern Kansas, and northeastern Colorado. But yeah, for this time of the year, again, severe weather, it's kind of hard to come by. Don't usually see severe weather. We usually see the tropics heating up. And the only thing we have in the tropics right now is way back over in the eastern Atlantic Ocean, which let me go and pull that up here. But there is at least one area of development that we're currently looking at, all the way back out here in the Atlantic Ocean. 70% chance of development in the next 7 days, just to the east of the Lesser Antilles. Again, this probably won't be anything more than just a fish storm, but if anything changes, we'll obviously let you know. But this is another area that we're looking at. Also, again, Radar Omega had an update. Very cool UI. I like the font and stuff, all the changes to that. And again, download the Radar Omega app at the top link in the description below. All right, let's back over to Tornado Pagey. They're on the confirmed tornado warning near Mercer. Clouds are still very low to the ground here. This is just north of Mercer. Rotation's gotten a lot larger and broader over the last few minutes.
What's this? What? That's crazy. That's just this rain shower, I believe.
Spinny rain.
I mean, am I right?
I think.
Because we got some spinny rain. That's a new one.
Because the west storm is still, let's see how far out. 8.5 miles ahead of us. I don't think. Wow.
Spinny rain shower. Weird. You can barely even see it on radar. But I mean, it is spinning.
Try to refresh them. They're currently on the confirmed tornado warning again near Mercer. Very low clouds. It's unbelievable how low the clouds are today. And the one reason why they were further east to begin with, I think, is because the clouds are a lot lower here and the visibility is a lot lower near the surface low. We have a lot more moisture.
Weird.
Very tight area of higher dew points.
Today we've had vertical corn and spinny rain shower.
Obviously, this is a confirmed tornado warning that they're going to be coming up on. Isn't it a 5% tornado risk? It is. Been rather quiet with the hurricanes this year. It has. It's been incredibly quiet. This is by far the quietest year of tropics that I've ever covered. And I'm not even kidding.
Spinny rain.
I don't remember the last time that we have had no live streams for hurricanes this year or tropical storms, and there's been no reason to really. I don't know the last time that happened. I mean, I even streamed hurricanes back in 2020 on Facebook. Like, this is absurdly abnormal for the last 5-6 years. And I don't know if it's going to stay that way. I mean, to be honest with you, this has been a really quiet season. I mean, at the very end of September, there will be more rising motion and ascent in the Atlantic Ocean, especially in the Caribbean and the Gulf. But I don't know if that's going to accumulate into hurricanes. Like, we just haven't seen anything this year. It's been really quiet. And I've said this for the last 2 months for the record. This is not like me saying quiet for the first time that I'm jinxing it. I mean, I could jinx it, but... I'm going to show you guys something if we can find it.
Today has been insane.
They're still positioning. I do want to show you guys this. So this is all the ensemble members here in the European group of ensemble members. So assuming this tropical wave develops in the Atlantic Ocean, it'll probably develop around Wednesday, Thursday, or Friday, and it'll just be basically a fish storm. All the ensemble members are showing pretty high confidence that this will stay out to sea. There's only a couple of members that show anything else into the second to last week of September. Really not much in the way of that. And we've seen these little blips pop up on ensemble members. It's just one of dozens of ensembles that are available, basically. A bunch of models grouped into, again, one graphic here. There's only a couple that are actually showing anything out of a few dozen. So, again, the odds of anything happening right now, at the end of September, still remain low. But, yeah, I mean, we've been seeing signals like this literally since early August, and nothing's actually come out of it other than Aaron. So, I'm not very confident that we're going to see much here in September, but we'll have to wait and see. It's been a very interesting month, though, to say the least. But we still have a high chance of development, but likely going to be a fish storm, if I had to guess. So, back to our confirmed tornado warning near Mercer. The latest radar scan not showing really anything, again, too crazy in terms of rotation. It's been pretty broad for the last few minutes. I don't think we have a tornado anymore, but nonetheless, we're still keeping an eye on it in case it does try to do anything. The storm that produced that large wedge tornado a little while ago near Denhoff, North Dakota, that has completely fizzled out. I would expect that they're going to go ahead and cancel that warning here soon. There's really no rotation left here anymore. And in general, it is, again, just still radar indicated. The confirmed tornado warning was just updated. It is still a confirmed tornado warning. Weather spotters, as of 4 minutes ago, are still confirming a tornado on this storm south of Butte. So continue to stay in your safe place if you're in that tornado warning. And then in far southern South Dakota, there are no active tornado warnings. All those storms have gotten pretty messy here over the last little while. We have some special weather statements, which are those blue boxes that have gone up near Carrington, Fargo, and also north of Aberdeen, South Dakota. But nothing in the way of tornadoes right now. It's all gusty winds. Further down to the south in Kansas, we do have a severe thunderstorm warning near Emporia. That is for 60-mile-per-hour damaging winds. Pretty good little surge of wind going through Ulp. That'll be going up towards I-35 here soon, but no risk of a tornado right now with those storms. There is a live camera. This is the Burlington Radar Omega Cyclone Port, which you can watch inside of the Radar Omega app. You can download it with the top link in the description below. We will put this up on screen as well, but we do have a storm coming in from the left there, and we should have a better view of that here in just a few minutes. But decent little clip of storms there going through eastern Kansas right now. We also have a severe thunderstorm warning near Childress, Texas, which is currently producing 60-mile-per-hour winds and quarter-sized hail. South of Dodson, just to the north of Childress, plenty of lightning as well. If you have any outdoor activities this afternoon or evening, make sure that you're monitoring the weather very closely, as cloud-to-ground lightning will remain a possibility. Near Follett in the Texas Panhandle, 60-mile-per-hour winds and quarter-sized hail are continuing there as well. Bottom right of your screen will be the Burlington, Kansas live camera. So we'll put that up. And also some severe storms going up over northwestern Kansas right now near Hoxie, Hill City, and Norton. Those are all for 60-mile-per-hour winds and quarter-sized hail. But nothing too crazy down there. Thank you, James, for becoming a maximum velocity member. All right, let's go back over to Tornado Pagey. They are still going towards the confirmed tornado north of Mercer.
Chat, how are we hanging in there? Thank you guys for staying and watching us today. Hopefully you've enjoyed it.
It sounds like there is another tornado down. So it sounds like the tornado that is on the ground near Mercer is a large tornado once again. We do not have any velocity view right now that looks that impressive, but there is a large tornado being reported just to the northeast of Turtle Lake. So this will be, again, tracking towards Butte, and then eventually going towards Keefe, Velva, and Sawyer, and as well as Voltaire. So there are reports, again, of a large tornado in progress moving to the north right now. So, again, if you're in this warning, definitely take it seriously. And Tornado Pagey's on the northeast side of this tornado warning. They don't have a view of anything right now. But again, the rotation does not look that impressive on radar, but there is, again, at least a report of a large tornado here, which would be moving off to the north. Not sure if that is still an active report, but that is at least as of a few minutes ago, according to a Spotter Network report. But yeah, this is currently moving off to the north, going towards Butte. Thank you, Pamela, for becoming a member. Welcome to the Velocities. How's Minnesota doing? Minnesota is chilling. I don't think we're going to see much in the way of severe weather. Again, just a few strong storms, really all we're looking at today. And really the same thing goes, again, back over in the Mississippi River Valley. We just got some pop-up storms. There will be some lightning occasionally, but we're not looking at anything in the way of tornadoes. Again, damaging winds will be isolated. Hail will also be pretty isolated. It's back over to Tornado Pagey. Still very low clouds here on the northeast side of the confirmed tornado warning. The most recent report was 5:31 p.m. Storm Chaser, I'm going to go back over to radar. Storm Chaser reports a tornado as of 5:31 p.m. Radar also showing debris signature about 9 to 10 minutes prior to that. So there's at least been 2 different tornado touchdowns with this storm. Over the last several minutes, the velocities have gotten a lot broader. I do want to check out the slightly higher up tilts, though, in case there is stronger rotation aloft, which we're not really seeing that. So right now on radar, rotation's been pretty broad, but there's at least a report that there is at least a large bowl. How's South Dakota doing? South Dakota is going to be clearing out here over the next hour. The tornado watch has been mostly canceled from South Dakota now. All right, Tornado Pagey's now going directly towards this. They're going to be coming up into the town of Butte over the next few minutes. If there is a tornado, it'll be just beyond the tree line there off to the left.
Oh, there was a debris signature. Was there? No, I didn't see it.
I think it was.
They're about 6 miles to the east of Butte.
Heading up to this one.
Where's Mercer?
Hey, Michelle, for the 5 gifted memberships.
Right, that's probably where it was.
Oh,
Mel
okay.
for becoming a member.
Oh, okay, I see. So many tornadoes.
What did I miss? If you're just tuning in, we had a bunch of wedge tornado, or a bunch of tornadoes today. We've also had a couple of wedge tornadoes. But a little tornado outbreak here in the Dakotas today. A rare September tornado outbreak. It's the 14th of September. This is, again, very rare to see severe weather even in general this time of the year, but also seeing tornadoes this time of the year is not overly common.
Anywhere south of Butte, not really any. North of Mercer.
All right, we're getting a little bit more of a view now. They're looking now southwest from just east of Butte. And nothing definitive. There's a lot of low-hanging clouds. There's no really rain out in front of where they are, so there wouldn't be many visibility issues other than just how humid it is with the dew points being higher.
Now to check it out. Yeah.
But they'll be tracking down probably 4th Avenue here soon. If there is a tornado down, which again, there's no conclusive evidence of a tornado down. There's just been reports of a bolt lowering. If there is a tornado, it'll be near 4th Avenue and 8th Avenue, which is approximately 10 miles to the south of Butte. You want to be exact, about 11. Also, new severe thunderstorm warning for Sheridan County, Kansas. That is for 60-mile-per-hour winds and ping-pong ball-sized hail.
Not sure if there is.
The tornado warning back over near Drake has actually continued. If you're back over in Drake near Highway 52, that storm is still tornado warned. That's just east of Voltaire. But again, I don't even know why this is still tornado warned. There's almost nothing here. But no matter what, it will continue at least for the next few minutes. It does expire in 18 minutes, so it's 6 o'clock Central Time. And then the confirmed tornado warning that is south of Butte, that one goes until 6 o'clock as well. I would assume this one's going to continue for a little bit longer, especially since it is right next to the surface low. Hasn't really shown any signs of weakening either. Also, just west of Towner, North Dakota, just to the east of Denby, there is some broad rotation still that is going to be tracking up towards Highway 14 and Bantry. So that's off to the east of Minot. Otherwise, again, the tornado risk further down to the south is not looking overly impressive. I think the tornado risk is mainly up here right now, in and around the Minot area.
If it was black here, we might be able to see.
Do not have any CC drop as of right now in this storm. It's happening in Fargo, just a strong storm, nothing severe. Hey, Victoria for the 3 months. It is a small tornado outbreak. It'll be interesting to see how many tornadoes get confirmed. If I had to guess, we've probably had upwards of, again, 10 to 15 today, which, I mean, that's at least a decent tornado outbreak for it only including 2 states, which most of them, again, were just North Dakota. All around the surface low. Honestly, a pretty impressive setup for today. We're going to stay on Tornado Pagey. They are coming up now to the town of Butte, and then they'll be tracking south directly towards where this tornado is located, if there is one, which, again, do not think there is one at this exact moment, but we're having reports of a bolt lowering within the last 6 to 7 minutes. Today I've gone 10% tornado risk. I mean, it could, I mean, with what we've seen, it easily meets the criteria for 10%, but obviously we are now in the future. And past the past. I'm not going to change the forecast to a 10%.
Kevin, thank you guys for the super chat so much. Bryce owes you guys push-ups. Well, we will.
All right, they're going to turn south here in just a second, so I'll have a view of that. Again, this one looks like on live radar. This is our storm. Still a large hook. If we have a tornado, it'll be located north of Mercer and south of Butte. Very rural areas. Again, just a few farms out here, but Butte is going to be a little bit more populated. Also, this is a live shot back over in Burlington, Kansas, where we do have some strong storms coming in right now. Large shelf cloud, overshooting clouds as well coming out. But this is a storm that is currently producing 60-mile-per-hour winds and quarter-sized hail. This is actually interesting. This is over to Aaron J-Jack. He's on the storm that's back up near Drake. Believe it or not, there are still some really low clouds on this storm. I'm kind of surprised this thing is still even relevant. It is still tornado warned. Is there such a thing as a snow-nado? That does exist. Saw a couple snow-nados back in 2021 in North Texas. Tornadoes do exist. Hey, aim up for the super chat. Why not? Thank you. I agree with that. All right, we're gonna go back over to. Go back over to Tornado Pagey. They are now going directly south towards where this tornado is. They're about 5 miles to the north of it. So if we have a tornado, we'll be up on it here in a couple minutes. It's right along 4th Avenue, just north of Mercer, south of Butte. How's G-Skirt? She's doing well.
Wow. This is ugly.
It's like it's foggy up here. Can't even see halfway of these trees.
Quite a bit of trees in this part of North Dakota. At least a decent amount. A lot of fields. Thank you, Kurt, for the $10 super chat. How's Minot doing today? I think Minot might miss the worst of it. You are under the tornado watch, but this storm should just stay to your east. But I'd still stay weather aware for the next couple hours just in case something happens. Yeah, and there could be a tornado here. Bottom right of your screen. It's hard to tell. Radar's been a little bit finicky today here in North Dakota.
Yeah.
We've had tornadoes that have been huge like wedges that we haven't really clearly seen on radar. So
Yeah.
if we have a tornado, it'll be off to your right. And again, this is going to be coming up towards Butte. We're starting to get a little glimpse of the low-hanging clouds down the left, so we're coming up on it.
Wow, this is foggy.
These street edges are at. Oh, this is, it might have a strong tornado.
Wow, look how foggy it is. This is exactly what I've been talking about. The clouds are literally down to the trees. That is insane. Like, literally, the fog here is unbelievable, and we have a possible tornado due south of them right now. This is spooky. It's not even Halloween. It feels like Halloween vibes right now.
It is so foggy, guys. That is actual fog. Wow, look at this.
Oh,
What the heck?
Hey, Doug, for the 5 gifts of memberships. Really appreciate that. All right, well, they got out of the fog. We have a tornado. It's off to the right still. Middle right.
Weird.
What in the world is that? These storms are so weird. They're just... These clouds are so incredibly low. Once again, this tornado warning does include Butte and Rosso in North Dakota. If you're just tuning in. We also have one for Drake, North Dakota. All of them expire at 6 o'clock Central Time. I would assume this one will probably be extended, though.
So, wow.
oh, they're on the ground.
There's a moose
Where's that?
on Comic Street. Apparently.
An actual moose?
Yeah, guys.
I didn't know they had those here.
It's what Cameron just said.
What?
Yeah.
I want to see a moose here.
Huh?
So we need to see a moose here.
That'd be so cool.
I mean, I wouldn't put it past anything.
Hey, Riley, for the super chat.
Where's the whatever? No, I can't tell.
This is whatever.
I don't want to say it's tornado.
Wall cloud? I don't know.
Well, it's hard to tell what that is. It's fog.
Well, if there's a tornado, it's back in there. That's awfully low clouds. They're coming up on the area of rotation now. Bottom right of your screen, you can't see their little location, again, in the Radar Omega app. And then just off to where they're looking right now. That is the possible tornado. Or at least some sort of wall cloud. It is incredibly hard to tell. The visibility is so low, but they are getting even closer to it right now. A large area of rotation, nothing tight on radar.
Run.
I'm right up into it right now.
Yeah, pretty much.
Hey, pilot for the super chat. How's the new studio? It's doing good. We're actually gonna have a new studio in like a month, so, and that'll be like the new studio. That'll actually be like the legit one. So this is more of a temporary one. Congrats on the engagement. What are you talking about, bro? Engagement? I got engaged? What? Is there still gonna be a Lake City documentary? I think so. Just haven't gotten to it. Working on a lot of other stuff recently. That winter forecast took forever to make. It was a 40-hour editing process. It was one of the most elaborate videos that we've ever done on this channel. Was the winter forecast, which is actually our highest viewed video ever at 1.85 million views. So appreciate you guys all watching it. It was a heck of a. I honestly love doing it. I mean, we did a lot of research and stuff, and on top of that, it was one of those videos like that we put so much work into. And we plan on doing another winter forecast at some point once we get closer to winter. So I did not do the editing, by the way, but still, 40 hours of editing is a lot. I did not get engaged, by the way. It's not something that's ever happened. Does Tornado Page have a channel? They do. They are on YouTube. Also in the Radar Omega app.
Yeah.
Today is your birthday? Oh my goodness. Still very low-hanging clouds. Not seeing any rapid rotation, but there's a lot of movement here. It's going up toward Butte, North Dakota right now. Hey, Matthew, for the $10 super chat. Thanks for everything you do. Do you ever use Baron links? I've thought about it. I went to the National Weather Association meeting. I did talk to Baron. I'd do something. We'll see. We will see. It'd be a pretty big upgrade if we did that. Hey, Megan, for the super chat. Thanks for coming to North Dakota. Might be rural here, but my best friend's parents live near Mercer. I've been sending my friend updates. They're okay. Well, that's good to hear. Yeah, there was a tornado that dropped just north of Mercer. At least one, so. They sing for the super chat. Thank you for your work. Also, they get more screens. I already have 12 monitors. I don't know if I need more than 12.
Tornado warn. I don't see any.
Can never have enough, though.
Moment. Heavy rain coming.
So this is an observed tornado warning for the next 4 minutes. The rotation on radar has gotten a lot broader. The clouds are obviously very low. They're basically skirting the ground, but we've not seen much in the way of anything too concerning here over the last few minutes. We'll see if what they do with the next warning, because we'll have to have a new one probably in 3 minutes, assuming that they issue a new one. Wind's starting to pick up just a little bit here as well. Still very low visibility.
Okay. Back to Butte.
Wind's definitely picking up now. decent RFD surge.
Alright guys, we're gonna head back to Butte. Stay with this thing. See if it can produce again.
Maybe I'll see her add 20 more monitors to the budget. We do not need 20 more monitors. That'd be absolutely absurd. Already have 12, I think that's enough. A large wall cloud still, south of Butte. We just got a new severe thunderstorm watch in Canada. So we obviously have storms ongoing right now in North Dakota, but if you're back up in parts of Canada, we do have a new severe thunderstorm watch. That'll be mainly for wind and hail. Could see a continuing tornado risk as well, and what we're seeing right now. Again, this is the storm that Tornado Pagey and Bryce Shelton are on right now. Still broad rotation going through Butte in just a few minutes. It will be tracking towards Highway 52. Again, I do think the worst of the tornado threat has already passed. I do think the storm, though, still has a chance at producing a tornado. We will stay alive as long as it has that potential. North of McCluskey.
Yep.
There's still very low-hanging clouds here.
Like a wall.
But elsewhere, it's mostly wind and hail. We have 3 severe thunderstorm warnings, and we're about to hit
A new tornado warning
6
has
o'clock.
been issued.
We will be back down to 2 severe thunderstorm warnings in a moment, and 1 tornado warning.
Yeah, guys, we drove from Pennsylvania.
They have gone ahead and issued a brand new tornado warning. This one will be back over for Voltaire, Butte, just south of Velva, and off to the west of Drake. So if you're in this tornado warning, seek shelter, get away from windows, get on the lowest floor possible, and get to an interior room of your home or building that is southeast of Minot. Storm is, again, still rotating. I mean, there's no doubt about that. The storm has also had a history of producing tornadoes. You can see, again, the tornado paths here. We've had several different tornadoes reported across the board ever since about 12:30 today, and I would fully anticipate that we will continue to see this tornado risk at least go for the next hour or two. Rotation isn't too crazy on radar, but it is still at least rotating. The clouds are very low to the ground, so it really does not take much for a tornado to drop here.
That goes for the next 30
Thank you, Matthew, for the $10 super chat.
until
Oh, I already read that.
6:30
Appreciate that.
Central, located 6 miles southwest of Butte or 33 miles east of Harrison, moving north at 25. So, if you guys live in these areas or you know someone that is, make sure they are...
Clouds just look insane. I'm not gonna lie. They've looked pretty crazy. They've all been really low today.
These have a history of producing tornadoes, significant tornadoes at points.
Oklahoma's good today. There's a threat for isolated severe weather over the next few hours. We have some severe storms going up in northwest Oklahoma, but not too concerned about Oklahoma today.
So if you live in Butte, North Dakota, or you are...
Riley has an update. Go ahead, Riley.
Hey Max, there's a few storm chasers reporting the Nacone tornadoes once again on the ground as we head into the town of Butte.
Alrighty, thank you, Riley, for the update. So it sounds like there could be a new tornado on the ground here. This is for Ward, McHenry, and McLean counties in North Dakota. Obviously, Tornado Pagey is on this. We've not seen anything from them yet, but there is possibly a cone tornado right now that is heading in the direction of Butte and Russo. So again, if you are in this tornado warning, you need to take this seriously. Get away from windows and get on the lowest floor possible. It sounds like there could be a cone tornado right now just off to the south of Butte. Could be off to the left of Tornado Pagey, and there is definitely a tornado, so...
Almost 1,000 lights on the stream. We're 2 away.
Reports here that it is 100% there is a tornado down near Butte. Could be right off to the left here of where Tornado Pagey is. Radar is not doing it justice for this.
3.5. Awesome.
That tornado is going to be located probably about a mile or so southwest of Butte. It would be again, literally off to their left here.
Look how low these clouds are. Thanks. It's pretty crazy.
So again, there is a tornado down right now near Buttes. Very low clouds, low visibility as well, going off to the left, which is where the tornado will be located.
I know, that was weird. 2 lightning bolts on
Radar scan does not look crazy, but again, that is where the tornado would be located.
this. On this edge, right?
I'm gonna go back to him in a second. Riley has an update. Go ahead, Riley.
Hey Max, I actually wanted to talk quickly about Nebraska. Suddenly there's a very, very strong hailstorm over Highway 20 that is to the northeast of the North Platte radar site. This is currently warned with a special weather statement, but there's a fat 3-body scatter spike on this. This is probably producing golf ball or even baseball sized hail.
Alrighty, thank you, Riley, for the update. So big hailstorm right now over southwest of Chambers in Nebraska. Alright, they are looking at the tornado, I believe, now.
We can actually go up here and go west a little bit.
They were looking at it. Alright, they're gonna turn in a second. There is a tornado off to their left, though, it looked like.
Today. Well, hills. I can't tell if it's like really low LCLs or.
I think Scott Peak has it.
Really did.
Yeah, there it is. Alright, we got a tornado down. This is Scott Peak. So there is a tornado down here. This is near Buttes.
I'm about to be next to it.
Doesn't look like a really strong tornado, but it is a tornado. And that is getting larger.
Oh, kicking up a bunch of stuff. Well, can't go down that road.
Yeah, tornado down here near Butte, North Dakota. It's on the left side of your screen. It is a cone tornado. It does not again look super strong right now, but we've seen already wedge tornadoes today. This thing could definitely grow in size over the next few minutes. There it goes. It is growing in size very quickly. Hey, this is unbelievable. We've had so many tornadoes today, and we got another one.
Towards that north-south road.
This is going to be coming up on Kongsberg over the next few minutes near Highway 53. And there's Tornado Pagey's view. They have it too. Going through a field right now near Highway 53.
We can put it back up so we're gonna face it.
Okay. Got it. Alright, cool. Sorry guys, we are turning.
I'll have a clear view here in a second.
I'll be able to get a good tits on. Oh.
Crossing right over. I don't know what road this is. We're going to have an idea here in a second. But that tornado is going right over the road. Some trees up there as well.
Stop here. It was going that way.
Yeah.
I believe this tornado is actually moving east right now. So this is moving towards the town of Butte. Because they're looking directly south.
Look at that thing ripping.
Yeah.
Might be moving kind of northeast. Again, it's going through a field right now. There are obviously homes in this area in Butte. It's a slightly more populated area. By the way, this tornado warning is technically radar indicated, but I would assume it's going to get upgraded to confirmed. This tornado is heading right towards the town of Butte right now. There's a little bit of debris being picked up So a little bit of debris. There is debris now flying in the air. Doesn't look like anything significant, but there is some debris. Something just flew up there into the sky. It's ripping through a field right now. It's basically a drill bit. It's coming towards 4th Avenue and also State Highway 53.
Let's go to Butte. I think that's where it's actually headed towards, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah, this is heading...
This is an urgent alert. A tornado is on the ground. Seek shelter immediately.
This is literally heading right towards the town of Butte.
He's going.
Bottom right of your screen is the size of this town. There's actually quite a bit of homes here. It's not a really strong tornado from what it looks like, from what I'm seeing, but it is obviously, a tornado is a tornado. We gotta hope that it does not hit the town directly, but it is going that direction right now.
I don't see it anymore either. It's either rain wrapped or it lifted.
Look at the whole mesocyclone. Look at that whole thing rotating right there, from right to left. It's a large area of rotation.
You okay?
Okay, we're good. I just didn't want to tear the grass up.
Back over to Scott Peak.
New mesocyclone to our north from the dying tornado to our south.
Yeah, if you're in Butte, you need to be in your safe place right now. In case this tornado does move into the town, it may have lifted. We don't know for sure, obviously, because we don't have a clear visual of where that tornado went. It kind of got buried in the rain. There could be a new tornado trying to form, though. You actually can see on radar slightly more tightening, and this is off to the north and west of where that tornado was. So there's likely going to be a new tornado dropping here in a moment, going up towards Berggren and as well as Volunteer. Alright, they're going right into the town of Butte right now, which is where that tornado is heading. So they're heading back to the east towards Butte. We've already had 17 tornado reports today.
All I see is wrapping rain curtains.
Could be a rain-wrapped tornado right there. Here comes a ton of rain. We may have a rain-wrapped tornado heading to Butte. Once again, if you are in Butte, you need to be in your safe place. And again, there could be another tornado forming off to the west of Butte as well, which may be the new mesocyclone that's developing. This is Scott Peak's view. He's looking at the... I believe he's looking at the other meso.
You can't use a card. Card reader's not working. God damn it.
How much gas do you have left?
8 miles for me. 40 for me.
Jesus, I know up on
Somebody's losing gas. Somebody apparently doesn't have any
Highway
gas.
52 up
It's
north of
running
you
out.
guys. There's gas stations that are open. I got mine at Syntex up north.
Back over to Tornado Pagey. They are now in the town of Butte. Again, no signs of a tornado in Butte, but there's obviously one very close to the town. Very calm and eerie. Oh, that's getting a little windy. I say it's very calm here in the town, despite there being a tornado within a mile or two, or at least has been a tornado within a mile or two of the town here in the last few minutes.
Yeah, I just can't tell.
If you look at the bottom right of your screen, you can see it's actually a decent-sized town. I mean, there's a lot of homes and buildings. Looks like a school as well.
Definitely be in your safe spot.
I mean, if there is a tornado, it would be very close to Butte. Little area of rotation just directly south of Butte by about a mile, and another one about 1.5 miles to the west, and that one's getting stronger. So the latest scan showing a stronger area of rotation now near Highway 53. That is directly to the west of Butte by about a mile. It's only a slight risk today, it is. And we've had, again, upwards of possibly a dozen and a half tornadoes.
Maybe a case of 2 circulations a day.
That's what it looks like.
Yeah. That's why it's confusing. Oof. Oh.
Very low clouds off to the left, which would be the area of interest for the new mesocyclone that's developing.
Alright, looks like it tightened up a little bit more.
Just to our west here.
Yeah, but we can't see.
Yeah, I do think a new tornado is developing right now on the northwest side of Butte. We'll wait and see what happens here over the next few minutes. Weak tornado possibly just hit Butte based on other chaser feeds. I haven't seen any reports or I haven't seen anything yet, but the tornado could have potentially included on the southwest side of Butte. And a new tornado is attempting to form now northwest of Butte. This would be a different mesocyclone that's developed. And again, off to the left where those low clouds are that we've been seeing, that would be the area of interest.
The circulation tightened up on the latest.
We do have Aaron J-Jack storm chasing coming out of the north right now. Like a scan not showing nearly as strong a rotation. This is Aaron J-Jack's view. He's coming from the north. Going right towards Butte right now.
That left edge is really sinking right there. Look at that left edge, guys. Big time. Big time mezzo in there. Let's watch it from right here for a bit. I'm gonna stop and see if I can pick up rotation. There's a little bit of spin over here too. I gotta get my sweater on.
It's a pretty good view of the storm here from the north again of Butte. It's a large area of rotation. It's obviously hard to tell if there's a tornado down. It could be rain wrapped. Tornado Pagey, I believe, will have a view in a moment. They just lost signal. But they are also...
Right off to our right, guys. Off to the right. Hold on.
Look at all that spin.
That's where the rotation is.
Got left to right motion in the front, right to left motion in the back. It is definitely rotating. No doubt about that, and it's possibly producing a tornado.
Hold on. Just gonna get turned around. Trying to plant right there.
I was attempting to drop right here in the middle of your screen here, just north of Butte. It's a very rural area, a lot of farmland once again. It's gonna be right on 4 Avenue.
Keep moving a little north.
Alright, so they're gonna reposition.
Still north of the...
But once again, there is likely another tornado dropping right now near Butte. This will be heading up towards Volunteer and eventually going towards Highway 52. In the long term, Velva, Granville, and Riga, you guys are all going to eventually be in the path of this. So again, make sure that you're staying weather aware. We do have an area of rotation, again, just barely north of Butte. That is going to be heading up towards Berggren and also 52. We also have a new severe thunderstorm warning over here in northeastern North Dakota near Devil's Lake and Fort Toten and Prairie. That is going to be for 60-mile-per-hour winds and also quarter-sized hail. So if you are in this severe thunderstorm warning, definitely make sure that you are staying alert and staying away from windows. We've had some strong storms elsewhere as well across many areas in South Dakota, North Dakota, and even western Minnesota. The biggest concern, again, across this entire area will just be gusty winds, lightning, small hail, very low tornado risk at this point. The tornado risk goes for another 2.5 hours. I still think the greatest tornado threat for the next few hours will be near Minot, Belcourt, Rugby, and also northwest of Carrington. We've had severe weather also further down to the south across Nebraska. Very slow-moving storms will likely lead to a flooding risk across Broken Bow, Lexington, Kearney, Norton, and also back into northwest Kansas. So continue to stay weather aware there. And then in the northeastern Texas Panhandle, we do have one severe thunderstorm warning. That is for damaging winds up to 60 miles per hour, and also half-dollar-sized hail will be a possibility with that storm. Otherwise, we only have one other severe thunderstorm warning across the board. That one's back over in southern Illinois, and that is going to be for damaging winds around 60 miles per hour and quarter-sized hail with a ton of colliding outflow boundaries. That storm right now is currently moving down to the south. It's back over to Tornado Pagey. They are going through low signal, but they are north of Butte here in this confirmed tornado warning. And not visibly seeing anything right now, but they are currently very close to the area of rotation on 4 Avenue. They're in low signal, so their stream is lagging a little bit. That was my stream? My stream's apparently lagging. Is my stream lagging? It says my internet's fine.
Alright, so this is heading now towards Bergen. Highway 52. Voltaire. Eventually Carl's route.
It's fine on my end.
We are unsure if it's still down due to it being in the rain. Not sure.
Can't see much of nothing.
I see a lot of motion right there. Like, see that?
Yeah, right there.
Yeah.
Apparently we're back. Might have been a YouTube issue. I don't think it was on my end. My stream didn't go down at all.
And also right here.
Tornado warning is still observed, by the way. They just updated it 1 minute ago. Weather spotters have confirmed a tornado as recently as 5 minutes ago.
Down because the windows are like rained on. And I can't see.
Not seeing anything as of now. Again, with at least Tornado Pagey here in Bryce Shelton, but the clouds are still very low. The storm is still capable of producing a tornado. Left side of your screen is the area of interest. Tornado risk again is still there, especially with how low our lifting condensation level is here today. The storm is moving again up towards Voltaire and Highway 52 over the next few minutes. So again, located near Butte, North Dakota, if you're just tuning in.
This storm is still tornado warned. So we are in, has it observed, but
many tornadoes today. We've at least had a dozen, but probably more. I mean, when it's all said and done, we could easily have over 18 tornadoes from today. Thank you, Catherine, for the $10 PayPal donation. Keep up the wonderful work. Be safe. I really appreciate that. Thank you, Catherine, for the PayPal donation. Is this close to Devil Lakes? This particular storm is not near Devil's Lakes. Or Devil Lakes. Devil's Lake. Or Devil's Lake. That storm over near Devil's Lake is just producing 60-mile-per-hour winds and quarter-sized hail. Not tornadic, but decent amount of lightning with that storm. And we haven't really seen much in the way of rotation anywhere aside from where this surface low is, which is now all the way up near Minot. Elsewhere, like over here, this is mostly just going to be ordinary severe storms. Nothing really in the way of a tornado threat further off to the east.
Area.
Here's a better view of the tornadic supercell here near Butte.
It's so dark.
Right there.
Yeah, that's what I was
Trying again.
Yeah. That's what I was wondering if I was seeing.
Might have a
correctly.
tornado dropping again. Oh yeah, that's rotating. That's at least a funnel. Possible tornado again dropping north of Butte.
It tried.
It did try.
Yeah, a little bit of that was definitely rotating. We only had a brief view of it.
Pull off right here for a second.
All the clouds are just so low here today, and I mean, again, it's not hard for a tornado to drop in this environment with all the wind shear we have, and then the lifting condensation level, which is the cloud base. It's very low to the ground today, making it very easy for these storms to essentially rotate and try to drop tornadoes.
These roads are slick.
Yeah, they're real slippy.
Now have a 70-mile-per-hour severe thunderstorm warning near Hemp Hill and Lipscomb counties in Texas.
That way now.
Mud in the brakes.
We do. Oh, thanks. Look at that too.
Let's try it again.
Yeah. Pulling the wrong way though.
Still trying.
Weird.
This tornado warning does continue for 5 more minutes, but I would assume it's going to continue. It looks like we have possible tornado right there.
That's rotating hard.
Tons of rotation again. Non-condensed. Look at all that rotation. This is really ramped up in the last couple minutes.
How is it pushing out though? I don't understand.
Velocities have not looked impressive on this storm in the longest time, and it's continued to produce these brief tornadoes. We had one obviously near Butte that lasted at least a few minutes. I have another one trying to drop now well to the north of Butte near 52.
Area apparently.
All sorts of motion here next to this farm.
There's a tornado.
Oh.
Brief, it's been a very brief.
I just got rain literally in my eye.
Apparently just had a brief tornado here off to the left. Oh, there it is. Yeah, it's making some ground contact. We've had brief little touchdowns, little vortices hitting the ground here north of Butte.
You got that little rag.
By the way, Aaron J. Jack and Tornado Page, they're in the same exact spot.
Keep going north.
Okay.
This is Aaron J. Jack's view. He just had it a second ago, too. Brief tornado just happened here. So it's still tornadic. There's no doubt about that. I would fully expect we'll see this tornado warning continue here. The southeast of Minot, North Dakota. But a little tightening, too, actually, south of 52, just to the west of Balfour.
Oh, tumbleweed. Didn't know they had those here.
Neither.
Wind's starting to pick up here. We got a little bit of an RFD surge.
Go here to 52, give east a little bit, and north again.
This year is crazy. This year's had a lot of like big events, in my opinion. Like last year we had a ton of tornadoes just in general, but this year we've had a ton of big events, and there have not been very many like middle grade events, if you know what I mean. Like there have been a ton of events where we've had dozens of tornadoes, and then there's been plenty of events where we've had almost no tornadoes. Like there's really not been many in between events this year.
This is an urgent alert. A tornado is on the ground. Seek shelter immediately.
Last year was vastly different, which is, you know, really interesting. Brand new tornado warning. This is a confirmed tornado warning. This one is going to be just to the south of Granville. Granville, you guys are included in this, south of Towner. This is east of Minot. So again, if you're in Minot, you're not really in a, in my opinion, a concerning spot at this point for severe weather. I would still stay weather aware, but the risk of severe weather is not very high. But granted, if you're in Granville, back over near Carlsruhe, Voltaire, 52, again, make sure that you are in your safe place. Get away from windows and get on the lowest floor possible. This is a Weather Spotters confirmed tornado. All right, so this storm's still moving to the north at about 30 miles per hour, and it will likely continue to be tornadic here for at least the next 30 minutes to an hour. We do have a little couplet, once again, just southeast of Bergen, that has developed, or Bergen, and that will be going right over 52 here over the next couple of minutes. Tornado Pagey, again, is right on this storm, just to the west of Balfour, heading directly to the north for McHenry County in North Dakota.
Make sure they are in a safe spot.
This is an observed tornado that we have seen multiple times.
It is spinning up. You can't see it. Buried in the rain.
Also, I do want to point out, bottom right of your screen, some broad rotation back over to the northwest of Carrington. I don't think it's going to be anything tornadic anytime soon, but there's something I want to point out that's heading up towards Harvey, North Dakota. I mean, the odds of that becoming tornadic anytime soon are pretty low, but
I think some of the severe
figured I'd point it out.
Yeah.
A variety for the $10 super chat. Been watching for a long time, both entertaining and informational. Thank you. I appreciate the super chat. If I can help.
I don't know. This might be collapsing on itself. Did you see that last scan?
I did not.
I don't know. I can't tell.
As a reminder, if you're just tuning in, this is a storm that has had a history of producing tornadoes. We've already had upwards of 24 tornadoes today. So this has been a very active day. It's been a tornado outbreak. Unfortunately, we were not live for the entire tornado outbreak, but we were live for a good chunk of it. At least the second half of it. Would have been live earlier if I could, but nonetheless, it has been a very active day. This is what you would call a surprising September tornado outbreak. I'm gonna go over to Scott Peak. He's a little bit closer to the area of rotation. They're going through the rain. Scott Peak has a bit of a visual of the lowering. Hard to tell if we can see anything, but just low clouds as of right now. Wind's picking up a little bit. We can also call this surprising September storms that sound silly sirens. There's a lot of S's.
Are we getting chased now?
Surprisingly scary September storms that sound silly sirens. That's 7 S's.
It looks weak.
It's super weak. All right, guys, new mesocyclone to the north, new wall cloud.
This guy's saying there's now a new wall cloud. Tornado Pagey and Bryce are going to be getting out of the rain here in a second. Back to the minute moment. Riley has an update. Go ahead, Riley.
Hey Max, there was a report of a 78-mile-an-hour wind gust on that severe thunderstorm warning in Texas. It's currently considerable for 70-mile-per-hour winds, but I would assume that'd be upgraded to destructive for 80.
Alrighty, thank you, Riley, for the update. So this storm near Canadian Higgins has just been, at least had a wind gust of upwards of 80 miles per hour, so definitely stay away from windows if you are in this severe thunderstorm warning. Decent amount of lightning as well between Buffalo, Oklahoma, and just north of Pampa. We also have some storms that have gone up that were severe west of Altus, Oklahoma. Those are no longer severe, just strong storms with some occasional lightning, and that is really all about what we've been seeing over there. Also, the strong to severe storms that we had in Kansas have also been weakening, but if you're over in Kansas City, be ready for at least some passing showers and storms within the next couple of hours. Ottawa as well as Topeka will be in the path of those within the next half hour to 45 minutes. No severe thunderstorm warnings at all right now in at least central southern Nebraska and also north Kansas. Everything right now is just strong storms. These are very slow moving as well, so we are anticipating at least some level of a flooding threat as these storms continue to slowly push towards Kearney and eventually going towards Grand Island. And then back over here in South Dakota, we're pretty much done with severe weather. Very low risk of anything else for the next few hours other than far southern South Dakota. Strong storm northeast of Aberdeen. And then back over in North Dakota, again, we have several storms ongoing. Main area of a tornado risk, again, is going to be in this region for the next few hours. So this should go until about 8 to 9 o'clock. After sunset, the storms will really weaken. So we got about a good 2 hours left of at least some level of a tornado risk. This is back to our tornado warning near Bergeron. We still have rotation right now just to the northwest of Balfour. Go back over to Tornado Pagey here. Actually, let's go over to Scott Peak. He has a slightly more clear view of this storm. This is his view right now. Not right now in the rain. Also, shout out to Rachel with a $10 Venmo donation.
The storm's starting to get a cold look to it.
Dunscythe, North Dakota. Asking about the tornado risk in Dunscythe, North Dakota. I do think there is a tornado risk. I don't think it's very high. That would be definitely staying weather aware if you're back up here. In far northern North Dakota, that's going to be where this storm is going, and assume it continues to stay organized like it has for the last several hours, it will be able to produce the potential for a tornado. There is a possible tornado right now northeast of Bergeron. We do have a couplet appearing on radar. Tornado Pagey's about to get out of the rain here in a second, so we may have a view of that, but there could be a new tornado down here. Just to the north of 52. This is the first time in a while we've had any sort of radar indication of a possible tornado. That is definitely a bit concerning. I'm going to go back over to Tornado Pagey. They're definitely in some very high winds on the east side of this. This is, again, they're going up 2nd Avenue. Should be out of the rain in the next 30 seconds. With this outbreak, North Dakota may have broke its record for the most tornadoes in a year. I actually wouldn't be surprised. They broke some records earlier this year, too. Why are the storms moving south to north? Well, we have a surface low, and so all the storms are literally coming from the south to north. That's where all basically the steering is. I mean, when we have a surface low like this, it's pretty common to see stuff go south to north. And the other thing is, too, like, the storm that we're even looking at right now is actually going a bit more to the northwest. It's kind of on the northeast side of the surface low. Alright, they're getting out of the rain now, so we should have a better view of this. But, again, there could be a tornado right now north of Bergeron. No debris signature, but tight area of rotation. Alright, they got out of the rain, so we'll see if they look off to their left if there's anything there. Latest scan, yeah, I think that's a tornado. I mean, we do have a tight couplet on the latest scan, so there's definitely a tornado just off to their left. I don't know if it's visible, but small little tornado there just east of Bergen. Yeah, it's definitely rain wrapped, so there's almost no way to see that. There is definitely a tornado down.
This is probably the dustiest we've seen. It's actually blowing the truck around. Oh, it's dark back there. Yeah, great. See?
They just lost signal. We'll go back to them in a second. But again, there is definitely a tornado down. It is fully rain wrapped, though, currently located just to the west of 2nd Avenue, northeast of Bergen. This is, again, one of a ton of tornadoes that we've seen today. It's been unbelievable. Again, all these red circles here on Radar Omega, those are all tornadoes that have been reported today. A few of them may be the same tornado, but a lot of them are separate. We've had a lot of tornadoes that have gone up, are lifted, and they've redeveloped. That's happened a ton today. So, you know, I wouldn't be surprised if we end up having 15 to 20 confirmed tornadoes when this is all said and done. Obviously, the reports are something, but we'll have to, you know, all the surveys will be done by the National Weather Service, and once those are fully done, then we'll actually have an idea of exactly how many tornadoes actually happened, which I would assume is a very high number for September. Again, this has been an unbelievable day of tornadic activity in North Dakota, and even a very small sliver there of northern South Dakota. Outside of this, we've only had one other report of anything tornadic, which was actually a landspout back over east of Wichita, Kansas earlier this afternoon. So everything for the most part has been in North Dakota today. Very few things have actually happened in South Dakota or anywhere else. Thank you, Heather, for the $5 super chat. Appreciate that. This is the latest scan, and it looks like that tornado just occluded. There is a new area of rotation developing, though, just to the south here of Carl Rue. That'll be tracking directly to the north-northwest, going towards Highway 2, Granville, and Riga. So those areas will be next in track for this. So still have an area of rotation here, just off to the west of 2nd Avenue. We'll continue to keep an eye on that. We'll wait and see when Tornado Pagey gets a little bit better of a positioning on that. We actually, I don't know if you guys were just looking, bottom left of your screen, there was some cloud-to-cloud lightning there in Burlington, Kansas. As Poplar Bluff, it'll be mostly a wind threat if anything severe happens, but mostly just strong storms right now across southeastern Missouri, southern Illinois, and northeast Arkansas. I'm not too concerned about any of the storms that we have down here. There is a marginal threat of severe weather in place, but generally speaking, again, wind is the biggest concern. Here's that marginal threat of severe weather that's outlined from the Storm Prediction Center. So Cape Girardeau, Union City, Murray, Paris, Clarksville, you guys are all included in that. We just had some storms go up here outside of Paris over the last few minutes. Decent little view of the storm, actually, on the Radar Omega Cyclone Port. It's back over in Stewart County. This is Brownsfield, Tennessee, specifically. So a decent little storm there off to the right. Another decent view of the storm there as well. We got plenty of storms right now going up across western Kentucky and a few other areas. It's back over to Tornado Pagey on the confirmed tornado warning here in North Dakota. Actually hear the sirens. It's the first time I think we've actually heard sirens on the stream today. Hey Sheena for the $10 super chat. I think Sioux City Iowa will be alright. Just some strong storms. Very low risk of severe weather.
Look at the wind pulling in right there.
This seems like it's just rapid rain.
Yeah. You see anything?
A dust devil in Georgia earlier this afternoon on a softball field. That's pretty impressive. Latest scan shows another tightening. There could be a new tornado again on this storm. Coming up on Carlsruhe, North Dakota. It is very ominous. Obviously, the tornado sirens cannot help that eerie feeling.
Strong wind.
looking directly where this tornado would be, but it could be rain wrapped. What'd you see for Tennessee? Mainly just downburst damaging winds. Hey Chris, for becoming a member. Welcome to the Velocities.
So what?
Oh, me too.
And there's likely a rain-wrapped tornado back in there. We don't have any visual right now.
You see that?
Latest radar scan. There's almost undoubtedly a tornado right now in that rain.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, it's about real windy here. Look at the leaves coming off the tree.
Yeah, I'm like very confident we have a tornado right now just outside of Carl. You can see the winds rapidly picking up right now. The winds picked up rapidly there over the last 30 seconds.
Yeah.
There's a tornado in there. There's no way there isn't.
Nothing right here, but right there, it's just getting.
Look at the velocities here on the bottom right of your screen. There is a tightening right there. Very small one. Right over 45th Street. They're seriously picking up now.
Oh wow. That is so rain wrapped.
Aaron J-Jack's coming out of the south right now. I'm going to go to him in a moment because he's going to be coming right up into it.
There's a CC.
Oh yeah, this gotta be almost knocked down pretty close.
There's just no way there isn't a tornado in this. Got Aaron J-Jack bottom right of your screen as well. Riley has an update. Go ahead, Riley.
Hey Max, I'm virtually certain there is a CC drop on this storm. I think it's safe to say that this is a tornado on the ground via radar.
Alrighty, thank you for the update. Yeah, this is definitely a tornado. We do have a CC drop just to the southwest of Karlsruhe. Velocities are very tight as well. So again, you need to be in your safe place. If you're anywhere in this tornado warning east of Minot in North Dakota, this storm is going to be tracking towards Granville, just to the south and west there of Towner. So this tornado warning again does go for another half an hour, which is until 7:15 Central Time. Aaron J-Jack might be driving through the outskirts of this tornado right now. He is currently going into the RFD surge at the minimum. So here he goes. He's going right into this thing. Another radar scan coming in right now. Just waiting for that. That's 100% a tornado. Look at the latest scan. Waiting for everything else to update, but that is likely a strong tornado right now on the west side of Karlsruhe. Aaron J-Jack is going through, not even going through the tornado right now. He's going through the RFD surge on the east side of this tornado. So he's over in Karlsruhe. And this is the winds right now. This is easily 70+ mile/hour winds. And this is undoubtedly a strong tornado. And I mean, the velocities are, you know, virtually very high right now. And we can clearly see that here. Looks like a hurricane. I'm very confident that we have a tornado in progress, though, here near Karlsruhe. My goodness.
Almost out of these westerlies.
So this is Scott Peak's view. He is in downtown Karlsruhe. And that might be the tornado back in there. Can't really tell, but... Almost no visibility here. Do not have a CC drop on this latest scan for the very tight rotation, but it could just be going through a field where it's not lifting up anything. Gonna have another radar scan in a moment. Wind's got a little bit calmer where he is now. Oh, never mind, got strong
No
again.
more westerlies. What are we getting now?
Wind's changing directions a little bit here.
Southerlies.
This is the latest radar scan. The area of strongest rotation is directly to the west of Karlsruhe. It's gonna be going right into Van Drie here, or Varen Dry here in just a moment, and then eventually going towards Granville. Not as strong and tight, but definitely just had likely a strong tornado here over the last couple minutes, and it's going to likely continue to be tornadic. It looks pretty ugly on radar, but yeah. All right, we do have, all right, let me go back to radar here. So if we look here just west of Karlsruhe, there's actually a debris signature here, and it looks like just a moment ago we may have had a brief little anticyclonic tornado over Karlsruhe. So there actually may have just been two tornadoes at the same time, and that actually might have been what Aaron J-Jack was just driving through, which may have been the anticyclonic tornado. We do have a clear CC drop, though, on the latest scan on our other tornado, which this is the main one west of Karlsruhe. So there actually may have just been twins here over the last couple minutes. This is Tornado Pagey. They're driving through it now. Hey, Travis, for the super chat. I think it'll be mainly an isolated wind threat for anywhere in Kansas. In Kansas tonight. Severe weather should be pretty minimal, though, here on out. This could cycle and drop a bigger tornado here over the next few minutes. It's definitely going to be more rain wrapped, though, than what we've seen recently, or earlier today, I should say. They are losing signal. This is the latest velocity scan once again. So again, we do have a tornado once again just to the west of Karlsruhe. It's going to be crossing over 49th Street here in just a few minutes. This radar scan just came in, and it is definitely still a tight area of rotation. The latest scan still showing a debris signature, which is actually coming up, it looks like, on a farm. So it looks like a farm is about to take a hit from this here just west of Karlsruhe. Again, no signs of this really weakening either. This is a very rain-wrapped tornado, so it's going to be very difficult to see. It's actually about to cross over where Tornado Pagey is. This is what they are looking at right now. They have low signal, but the tornado will literally cross right over their roadway here in a moment. Alright, we're losing signal with them. Let me go back over to Scott. Scott is also on this storm.
Is that you behind me, Scott? Scott's 2 cars ahead of you.
Yeah, I'm in the lead. Yeah, look to the south, everyone. You can see the base. That's the mezzo right there.
Stop at this next intersection up here. It's like right up here, Scott.
Copy.
This is North Dakota, again, if you're just tuning in right now, west of Karlsruhe, east of Minot. There's a rain-wrapped tornado in progress. This storm's been producing tornadoes for the last few hours. We've had at least 12 tornadoes today, probably more, though.
This wrapping rain
This is the latest radar scan. Everybody's currently in low signal, but this is the latest radar scan. Main area of rotation is now going right over 49th Street. That is going to be coming up towards Granville over the next few minutes. Again, we have a lot of rain coming around the north side of it now, so the inflow is starting to get cut off a little bit, which could end up weakening this in the short term, but this is still actively at least producing some level of damage. The tornado that we just had still has at least some debris in the atmosphere. That is going to be going right over the 49th Street area, but it does not look like we have an active tornado anymore. From what we're seeing on velocities, it's definitely gotten broader here over the last few minutes. Nonetheless, though, again, if you are in this tornado warning, continue to stay in that safe place. This is Aaron J-Jack, who also just lost signal. He's back. He's currently located north of Carlsview, but not seeing anything from him right now. Hey, Dragon, for $5 super chat. Thank you for going live. No problem at all. It's the chances of Minot getting hit before 9 p.m. I would just anything that happens in Minot will be within the next hour. After that, we're kind of winding down. This is Scott Peak, who's much closer to that area of circulation. Got 3 other storm chasers here, too.
I'm just saying that the including to our southeast on that latest one.
Oh boy, he's occluding right at us.
It should literally pass just east of here.
Latest radar scan showing a tight area of rotation again. Just to the northwest now of Carlsruhe, yeah. So again, this is likely going to try to drop another tornado. I don't know how many tornadoes we're up to today. I'm almost certain that we've at least had 20 tornadoes today.
Yeah, I agree.
All in all, like we haven't been live for all 20 of them, but we've probably had upwards of 20.
We'll see if my car can play catch up for me. That's all we hear before the tornado hits us.
This is back over to Tornado Pagey. Here's the latest radar scan, bottom right of your screen. And it's a little bit broader on the latest scan. This is now all to the north of 49th Street. It's heading up towards Riga and as well as Granville. Radar warning does continue for 20 more minutes, which is until 7:15 Central Time. Interesting, it only says slight risk. Well, that's what we're dealing with today. It is only a slight risk of severe weather, believe it or not. Today is a slight risk of severe weather for really, I mean, honestly, I don't know if I would have put it any higher based off what we saw this morning but with like the observations and stuff. But I mean, this obviously at the end of the day, like if you were to go back and give it a risk, this is almost undoubtedly a 10% tornado risk for North Dakota. I mean, we've literally had a spam of tornadoes near Bismarck, all the way back up through Minot now, and also in far northern South Dakota. But a pretty sizable risk all in all today. I mean, this thing goes all the way again from West Texas into, you know, even Canada basically, and then we have a marginal threat back over in the Mississippi River Valley. Yeah, this is almost undoubtedly just like if we went back in time, this would have definitely been a 10% tornado risk. We've at least had 15 to 20 tornadoes that have all been separate from each other. So, which all the tornadic action near Bismarck is winding down now. The only stuff that we really have at this point is back up here in northern North Dakota, which is mainly this storm right now to the east of Minot, which I do think Minot is going to be spared when it comes to any storm activity. I think the severe weather will stay off to your east. But this storm still remains concerning. It's going right up towards Granville. They have just downgraded this warning. It is no longer confirmed. It's back down to radar indicated. But continue to stay in your safe place, as this has a long history of producing tornadoes, and it's been cycling on and off here for the last little while. Bottom right of your screen is that area of rotation. We've had 12 tornadoes already today. I think we've had at least 7 or 8 different tornadoes just on the stream today.
Because it kind of is getting that book shape again, so I don't want to.
Would this be considered an outbreak? This is 100% a tornado outbreak with what we've seen today. No way it's not a tornado outbreak. This back over in Kentucky. Got a lot of bird. This is one of the radar Omega cyclone ports. Looks like a bunch of birds flying around the camera. So I pointed out there, not as many anymore. There was a ton a second ago. Some birds probably migrating right now back over in Kentucky. What's that? That's the Massac EMA. Bats? I don't think they're bats. I think it's too early for that.
Seems like closer to the rivers, the foliage is very bright.
Latest scans coming in bottom right of your screen. And we have a tornado again. I don't know how many tornadoes we could possibly get on the same exact storm, but we got another one. That is a deep CC drop. We have definitely a tornado in progress. That is located north of Venin Dry, heading, it's kind of going west right now. It's just southeast of Granville. I don't know. I mean, I don't know how many tornadoes we've had today. This is unbelievable. This is another one, and it's the same storm. It's separate from the other one we just had. That is a deep CC drop. I mean, that's almost undoubtedly a strong tornado. I don't know if any chasers are really gonna have a view of this, but Tornado Pagey's not far from it. Or at least seeing the winds pick up here. Unbelievable, we have another one. This thing's just spitting out tornadoes left and right. Kind of a sus area for them to be in. They're not driving forward because of all the trees. But there is a tornado directly off to their north. Could even see a tornado develop just a bit further off to the east. There's another storm there that has some rotation. It's kind of in the middle of nowhere right now, but Highway 2 is the next area and path of this, and then after that, it's very rural. So Granville and Riga and Denby are really the only other areas in the path of this in the near term. This is back over to Aaron J-Jack. He's also coming up on this tornado. He's just due south of it right now, or just southeast of it.
Can't go this way anymore, though. Gonna have to stop, turn around, go back the other way.
Oh, Aaron J-Jack's actually east of the tornado, believe it or not. So he's actually,
Yeah.
this is where he is. This is where the tornado is. Very low clouds. There's a tornado back in there off to his west. Can't really see it though from his vantage point. Latest scan still shows that tornado. Again, bottom right of your screen. This is still a few miles to the southeast of Granville in North Dakota.
Thought that guy was gonna lose control right into me. He started fishtailing.
Let me go back over to Tornado Pagey.
It's like a really tiny little thing couplet.
They're just about 2 miles to the south of the tornado. They're looking north and directly towards it. Can't see it, but it'll be on the middle right.
Thank you guys so much for your continued support. It has been so fun. Watch those doors. Oh. I don't know what this thing's doing now.
Here's the latest radar scan, and that tornado is now occluded once again. Might have another tornado in about 5 minutes, but
This is an urgent alert. A tornado is on the ground. Seek shelter immediately.
they've issued a massive confirmed tornado warning. This is going to include a ton of different areas. Upham, Riga, Granville, Bantry. All you guys are included in a new confirmed tornado warning here in North Dakota. This is for McHenry County, North Dakota. This is moving northeast, or north, excuse me, at 25 miles per hour. So again, if you're in this tornado warning, get to your storm shelter. Basement, closet, or bathroom, away from windows and on the lowest floor possible. This is a radar-confirmed tornado, which is what we just saw a moment ago. Tornado Pagey is getting awfully close to where the tornado was. It looks like it has occluded, but this was the tornado just moments ago. This is one of probably a dozen tornadoes that this particular storm has now produced. So this thing is, again, not shown any signs of weakening at this point. This is what they're looking at right now. They've just gone on top of a hill, so looking in the direction.
Yes. Should be pretty close to it.
Thing doesn't want to quit.
Hey, Tony, for the super chat. Roller coaster ride? Basically a roller coaster ride here in North Dakota.
I'll take this one.
That roadway specifically. The latest scan is on the bottom right of your screen, and I'm not really seeing a whole lot. Broader rotation here on the latest scan. All right, we're gonna go back to here. We'll keep tornado page bottom right of your screen. Riley has an update. Go ahead, Riley.
Hey, Max. So I was going to talk quickly about how we sort of saw the environment change throughout the day and why we saw way more tornadoes than what we were forecast. So we saw that 5% tornado risk, and Max touched on a couple of times how it's been a lot more like a 10% tornado risk. And this is just taking a look at the HRRR. We're looking at the 15Z HRRR. This is from many hours ago, and this is what it showed the environment being. So this is over at 2 p.m. We saw it basically slowly uptrend throughout the night as we hit a localized maximum around our storm, around a 4 or a 5, and then eventually tonight we did see that additional environment pop off in northeast North Dakota, but this is actually a lot less than what it ended up being. So this is the current HRRR model run, and we can see that the environment here is a lot more robust. We saw this tornado environment uptrend very, very quickly, and because of that, we ended up seeing more tornadoes happen, especially off to the east, where there was more of an environment than what was originally forecast. So I do think that this is part of the reason why we did end up seeing so many more tornadoes, especially off to the east, because that environment there was a lot stronger than what we thought it would be. Additionally, another thing that was interesting today that we haven't had a lot of time to touch on because of how much tornadoes we've had was the flash flooding threat. So we are obviously in the month of September right now, and normally we don't see a lot of robust convection over in North Dakota and South Dakota during the month of September. But we actually had record high PWatt, or the precipitable water values, in North Dakota today. I think they were just above 1.8 inches for our PWatts, and that was the highest number ever recorded in the state of North Dakota on today, or for today. So that is why we did see so much flash flooding, as well as our tornado threat. So today, just all over the board, was basically off the charts, and it was not something that we're used to seeing in September whatsoever.
Alrighty, thank you, Riley, for the update. Also, kind of interesting stuff. This is a Boston, Maine, and live camera. Not tornado related, but this is actually live in Mount Katahdin. I don't know where that is. Is that Maine? This is in Maine. We actually have northern lights right now in Maine. So, pretty interesting stuff over here in Maine. If you're over in Maine and watching, you can actually potentially see northern lights right now. It's looking north, so pretty cool stuff. I have a little bit of surprise on this stream. This is, I think, the first time we've ever been live and actually have had any view of northern lights, so it's the first. Probably definitely not the last, but don't usually have streams where there's actually views of northern lights. All right, this storm over the last few minutes, not seeing as much rotation. Again, the main area of rotation would be where Tornado Pagey is. It's very calm now. There is a chance that this storm is beginning to weaken. It is approaching the radar site. Confirmed tornado warning does continue for the time being. We'll give it a few more minutes and see if anything happens. But look at all the birds down there, bottom right of your screen. I don't know what is going on in Kentucky right now, but we got birds flying literally everywhere. Are those birds or something else? They're everywhere. This is in Masick. Or Masick. Southern Illinois. Very far southern Illinois. Somebody said it's bats. Maybe it is bats. And they're literally everywhere. Very interesting to say the least. I saw this like 20 minutes ago. We went to it briefly, but a lot more of them now. Back to Tornado Pagey, very close to that area of rotation. We'll give this storm a few more minutes. If nothing else really crazy happens with this, we'll probably wind it down, because this is really the only storm that's left that's tornadic and cycled multiple times, but I think it's going to be running out of juice here soon as we approach sunset. I feel like those bats are kind of out early, it feels like. They're still going. They're absolutely everywhere. Bad emergency in Masick, over in far western Kentucky and southern Illinois. All right, well, this storm is definitely winding down. Again, there is obviously still a confirmed tornado warning here, but the rotation has definitely gotten weaker. It looks like the storm's falling apart. I would be surprised if it has much more juice left in it. Might see another isolated tornado or two over the next couple hours. Just continue to stay weather aware. We do have a tornado watch in place for most of North Dakota still for another hour and 48 minutes. Otherwise, this has been a 3-hour stream. This is the longest stream that we've had since July. So, no, we have not had anything severe weather-wise at all, and obviously right now we are dealing with, you know, a pretty rare September event. If we went live earlier and I was able to, this would have probably been a 6-hour stream today, but nonetheless, it was a busy day. I appreciate you guys all watching. This has been a crazy tornado outbreak. Not really any of us were really expecting this to happen. I kind of figured there would at least be a chance of going live today, and today definitely turned out to be a really big day. And again, got all the bats right now over here, and I mean, it's unbelievable. There's just, if you want to watch this inside of the Radar Omega app, you can. It's the Masick EMA camera. It's all the way over here. There are a ton of bats flying around, so definitely check that out. This is literally just a bat cam. But otherwise, thank you guys all so much for watching. Appreciate Radar Omega also for sponsoring today's stream. As a reminder, Radar Omega just had a big update with the UI. It looks very different from before. You can see even the bottom bar down here. It's very different. They're doing a lot of big stuff to the app right now, and I'm very excited about the future. They've changed a ton of different stuff, and a lot more big updates are coming, so definitely check it out. You can download Radar Omega with the top link in the description below on iOS and Android. And you can even see like the mesoscale discussions and stuff. This is brand new, different text and stuff. The tropical outlooks all look new. A lot of other stuff's coming, a lot of big stuff. I'm really excited about the future of the app, so definitely check it out. Again, that is the top link in the description below. All right. Thank you guys all so much for watching. As always, make sure to follow us on Facebook, Twitter, Discord. All those links are down in the description below. We are going to raid Tornado Pagey, so stay on the stream. You'll be redirected automatically to their stream. They are currently chasing this storm, so if anything else happens, you can stay tuned with them. They'll have at least a glimpse of anything that does happen here for the next hour or two. Have a great rest of your night, guys. We'll see you guys all again in the next video, which will probably be Tuesday. I don't think we're going to have a video tomorrow, but we'll probably have one on Tuesday. So stay tuned for that. We'll see you guys all again in the next one. Goodbye.